Hello, lovely people of the internets. Welcome to Roll For It, Valtorn. This episode is called Unchained. Not sure what that means. We had a chain happen. Maybe that just means that this guy will leave us alone. Who knows? Maybe they'll be our friend. But if you haven't been watching, before we get into all the things, we have some stuff we've got to do, the little sweeping up laundry. So first and foremost, we would like to thank our sponsor today, Roll20. Thank you so much, Roll20, for sponsoring today. If you have been curious how we do a lot of rolling, our character sheets, some of our maps from our previous games, all of those things, they are done through Roll20. I think we've even played some card games as well, or other interesting things. So you can do all kinds of stuff. If you're looking for a way to play virtually with your friends during this panini, that's the great way to do it. And you don't have to infect each other. It's great. And then, of course, we also have our merch. You can head on over to designbyhumans.com/shop/roll4it. Get yourself a mug, get yourself a sweater, get all cozy so you can sit and watch us die. It's great. And of course, we have another, hopefully no one dies. I know Kyoko can tell the future, but Margaret, cannot. So, but someone might die. But we do have another thing, a little strange. It always happens every year, twice a year, the dreaded daylight savings. I thought they were going to get rid of this, but some people have, some people haven't. If you haven't, here's the shindig. We are a UK-based broadcast studio, so we are focused on UK time. So if you are a UK time person, you're Gucci, you're good. We're going to start at 6 p.m. normal time, but for everybody else, we're going to start an hour later. So if you're in the US, it'll be an hour later. So for Pacific Standard Time, folks, it'll be 11 a.m. instead of 10 a.m. start time. Hopefully that makes sense. We'll definitely share social as we always do. We always let you know 30 minutes before we go live, so it won't be like heck a surprise. It should be good. And of course, we would like to thank our supporter today, Finley Shards. Thank you, Finley, so much for supporting our episode. We appreciate it. Finley had a character that showed up in our Grimrose campaign from one of our Legend tier games, which was very exciting. So thank you, Finley. Hopefully you are enjoying the show. I'm assuming you are, since you're supporting today's episode. And if you would like to become a supporter for today's episode, or not today's episode, a future episode. You can't go in the past. That's not how this works. I guess you could. It'd be weird. You can head on over to our Patreon. There's all kinds of rewards, but if you're Legend tier and above, you get to become a supporter for an episode, and you also get access to a privately GM'd game, which Kai Bear will be doing them for the next few months, as they may be affecting the world that we're in, or you may even see your character show up. If you give him permission to showcase them. And of course, we also have Valtorn character sheets are going to be coming soon because something happened. And you may get to see those. So that will be accessible for party tier and above. So if you're interested in that, there may be some stuff still redacted from those character sheets. So don't get too excited, y'all. But we also have all kinds of rewards. If you're somebody who has watched any of our past shows, like just thousands of content pieces for you, we always try to keep those up. And I think we might be having the new VTM series MP3s up soon, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's on the cards.
Yeah, we were discussing that with the Pod by Night folks. We're doing a collaboration with them, as you know. They did miss last episode, but I think they should be good for this Saturday. So definitely tune into that.
Yep, and I think this Saturday we're getting the return of Bub to VTM, which is awesome.
I'm so excited for Bub to be back too. I know he's excited as well. He's been, going through it, and I'm really happy for him. So yay! We send love to Bub. If you haven't, go. I think it's Bub Talks in all the places. Send him some love. Because I think he's recovered from his surgery, which is really exciting. He's been freaking killing it. So, and of course, you can head on over to our Twitch, which hopefully you're watching us live right now. If you're not, I'm sad. Don't make me sad. You can head on over to twitch.tv/roll4it, subscribe to us, and you get access to our emotes and our VODs in advance. And of course, if you're a YouTube member, you get access to some of our emotes as well. And whether you're a YouTube member, Twitch subscriber, or a Patreon supporter, you get access to our Discord, private Discord, where there's been a lot of chat. And also, I have it muted, but Kai Bear's been talking a lot with the GM tier folks in there. I don't know what's going on, but I feel like something's happening.
I'll ask them for like, oh, what do you guys think about this? What do you guys think about this? I need some names for this. Who wants to say the name for the saloon? You know, that kind of stuff.
Ooh, fancy. We do also have our hero tier name list that he's been pulling from as well. So
super helpful.
Yeah. Which I don't know when the next hero tier name's coming up, but it should be soon.
Which actually, Roland is a name from the tier list, from the hero tier list.
It is.
Nice.
I think you said that whenever you introduced him too earlier before, right? Or maybe the other one you did.
If I didn't, thank you, Jared Burns.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, I got my quip for him. I figured it out.
Okay.
Oh God.
For in game, or do you want to say it right now?
Is it roll on out of here? Is that what it's gonna be?
Nope, it's better.
Oh, he's gonna make your head roll.
Nope.
Ah, damn. We're all trying. Okay.
How can we one up something that
how can we one up
Time to Roland rock.
You're thinking about rocks
No,
too much.
he destroyed my dirty friend.
He did. He did.
You did destroy your dirty friend.
And of
It
course,
is a rocky start to any friendship.
there's lots of non-monetary ways to support us. We know not everyone can support us monetarily, and that's okay. Please take care of yourself. Do not put yourself out to the point where, you know, you're barely making ends meet. That's not good. But there are a lot of free ways to support your content creators, like watching us live here on Twitch, making clips, because you can only do that while we're live. It's weird, but please, thank you. You guys made so many good clips last week. I know Bentham was like trying to decide which one he wanted to use. And of course, we will be doing some montages of those, which is super fun. So thank you so much for all of your clips, and keep clipping. And of course, you can watch us over on YouTube, subscribe, like, comment. Those all help make the algorithm find us. And of course, follow us on Twitter and Facebook. Like, share, retweet, and comment. We have posts up there right now if you want to go give us some love and help us. I know sometimes people are like, but I don't have any followers. It doesn't matter. It's more about like the interactions it gets, and then it pushes it up. That's how algorithms work. So like, don't worry about your following. Just click all the things that are good things. Don't click the bad things. And with that, I'm going to play some music and hand it over to our GM and hope that the music stays calm. I don't think it will.
We'll see how that goes. So I thought it would be a fun time for Roland to actually introduce this episode. You saw your goblin fight last time, where you successfully defended yourselves from an onslaught of mechanized goblins and little buggies trying to run you off the road. You then found your way to the bottom of the dead crescent, deftly passing around it, thinking, I don't want to deal with that. And made your way over to my side of town, over in Thompson Springs, Utah. You took refuge in a fire station after your car was making some odd noises. Once you got there, one of your friends, the rock monster, decided to go around the outside to patrol this perimeter. And well, you can't pass up an opportunity when one person is off on their lonesome, so I decided to make my entrance and say a little hello. It wasn't long before your friend was rubble in my hand as you opened the door with his last cries for help. And I got to introduce myself with, nice to meet you. My name is Roland. So we come in. Roland is holding the fading core of Mentala's body, staring at the open doors of the firehouse with, I believe, Kyoko and Azuka. Azuka's still in the car. Kyoko is next to the open door of Betty, the 1939 Duesenberg. Now I gotta ask, are you gonna come out here or am I gonna have to go in there?
I look to Kyoko. I think it's very clear that I'm ready to jump into a fight, but I think just moments ago everyone said that I should stay calm and stay in the car, so I'm just trying to gauge.
And I think my last thing to you was like, come on, kid. Looks like we gotta go.
I can describe what everyone saw when he finished off Mentala, which is...
But that's what the camera
when
saw,
you-
not what we saw, right? Because you were outside, kind of.
I don't know if he had eye line on it, or
Kyoko would have
maybe
seen
the viewers saw it.
Okay.
Kyoko would have seen it. Azuka might have seen it. I don't know what the back window of the Duesenberg is not a large window. So you maybe got bits and pieces. You definitely heard it. And Brock hitting the ground even from 4, 5, 6 feet up still makes a loud chunk.
Especially when there were like 20 Mentalas running around, running into stuff. So.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's true, actually, yeah.
I went out with a
Okay.
bang. Yeah, when you see him reach out for the heart, and he like pulls it free, the red circle symbols that float in front of Mentala split and then wink out, and then like an instant later, all of the material, all of the rubble and chunks of all kinds of random stuff that make up Mentala suddenly act as if they are the separate pieces they originally were, and it's basically like a cloud of like previously floating rubble, no longer floating, and just crashes to the ground, scatters out in all directions, and is now just a pile of building material assorted on the ground. And the light of the heart at the same moment just fades away to nothing, and he's just holding it.
What the fuck?
Um,
I'm gonna
Question-
pull myself
question.
out of the car. Oh, go ahead.
can I see? Can I see Roland?
You are the only person that he is staring daggers at right now.
Okay. I think before Kyoko says anything, and while maybe Azuka's trying to get out of the vehicle, can I use my new spell that I just got?
Well, let's go with this. If we're using the new things, then let's introduce the new things. This is a heavy moment of adrenaline, the start of a fight, start of an engagement of any kind, reactivity where your blood pressure starts rapidly increasing. Fight or flight senses are kicked in. When that happens, you are pushed to limits of yourselves that might not have previously been explored. With everything that you guys have been doing, surviving, exploring out, you do all level up. So now we have a level 4 party of heroes. And what does that look like? What is the level up experience for you all? Is it just an adrenaline rush? Is it an increase in confidence? Is there a crackle of energy? How does that person experience this newfound pool of energy?
I think for Kyoko, since she's like immediately going to be using something new from it too, you see like this little bit of like almost flame, but it's not like heat flame. It's like a strange white and orange like flicker that goes up her tail and into the black ends of it where it like fizzles.
It's like ghost or spirit flame. It's this energy, this.
Yeah. It's kind of like warped like time.
Ooh, I like that. Like
Yeah.
little distortions, little jumps.
Yeah.
I like it. So Azuka, you hear your friend crash to the ground after being told to stay inside. Your blood starts pumping and you get up into it. What happens for you?
I think it's purely just all adrenaline. I don't really think there's anything mystic or anything like that. I think he just fueled with adrenaline, especially after the first fight they went through. This is another fight that they're in, and one that they are on terra firma, moving at normal human speeds, not in a car. So I think this is like where we have to fight to survive, and also I can actually fight to survive here because this is my terrain. And I think I immediately go for an attack. I think I'd charge for this person.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I think because what Kyoko wants to do is kind of help you before you go in.
Yes.
I think
This
she
is
will
saying,
put her hand on your shoulder to kind of hope that you will wait a moment, just a moment.
so you did say
Yeah.
this as you were trying to describe a spell or an action of some kind. So go ahead and complete that.
Okay. I
You
would
get
like
the
to
first move.
cast Vision of Weakness. And so she says some like strange words. Again, it's kind of it sounds like weird fox noises if anyone has ever heard what a fox sounds like. I feel like all her somatic sounds will sound like that, which kind of sounds a little demonic, but it's okay. And she focuses her gaze on Roland, and I gain a flash of divine insight into its nature. If the creature has any weaknesses, you learn them, as well as which of its 3 saving throw modifiers is the lowest. You also learn an inherent understanding of its movements and gain a +2 status bonus to your next attack roll or skill check made as part of an attack action against that foe before the end of your next turn. And then the target is then temporarily immune to vision of weakness for a day. So I can't use it again on them.
Okay. So I'm going to have you do something as a part of this to maybe earn some extra information. Roll me a
I'm
perception
down.
check.
Perception. Still getting used to these character sheets.
No worries. So we'll say as you're rolling, the new energy that you had found.
Holy crap, 31.
What? Okay, 19 plus 12. All right, you learn everything. So as you cast this spell, there's almost this section of energy that shoots up into your eyes like the hands of a clock. As everything starts to slow, the rubble and dust that was settling down from Mintala's wounded nature, we'll say, halts in the air. Everything is frozen, and you have all the time in the world, especially with that perception check, to analyze every inch of this person. You recognize that his boots have these odd arcane sigils on the side in the shape of wings. You see that he has a ring that has these infernal markings around it. He has an odd chain on his right wrist that has a diamond-like talisman that hangs down below it. You notice a little bit of wisps of energy coming off of his tie. You see that he has these coiled chains on the inside of his sleeves that seem to be coming almost from his skin as well. Let's see. All of his saves are equal with this. So fortitude, reflex, will, all equal. You would assume that with the chain coming from his body, he might be hiding his true nature. So with this, you learn immunities, right? Immunities, resistances, weaknesses?
Weaknesses.
Just says weaknesses.
Okay.
Just weaknesses.
With just weaknesses, he has a weakness to good. You get this demonic, devilish aura from this. And the more you look, the more it looks like a corruption of a person. So you assume a devil or demon. Silver is something that is he's also weak against. You see like a scar that couldn't heal properly in the shape of like a silver chain necklace, maybe just along his neck. Maybe when he was first possessed, he was wearing a silver locket that he had to remove quickly because it burned his skin. There was some thing you found there.
Okay. I think as she's kind of, it's almost like, you know, in video games where you slow-mo and you zoom in on somebody and like time just kind of slows down. That's what it feels like for her as she's like examining him. And she at the same time, she's like putting her hand on Azuka. And as Azuka's like rushing to jump out of the car, she just says, "Be careful. I don't think that he's who he appears to be. Something demonic about him."
The last two things you notice. As he's just standing there, not moving at all, the chains are actually coiling around his arm continuously. And there's these little arcs every now and then of just of these electric shocks that jump occasionally between them as they grind together.
Right. And she says, "Got any silver on you, kid? Because that'll help."
I look at the necklace, the medallion. Is that silver?
Plated. I've said the only reason I wouldn't give that to you because I would love that is because we previously said that it was made from the metal of the door from the diner that had been broken. So we can. I'll give you this. Roll me a flat check. Roll me a flat D20.
Yep.
We'll say if it's a 15 or higher, it is a silver plated necklace.
Okay.
Yeah, it probably isn't fully.
Nope, 6.
Dang it.
Nice.
I'm going to say no. I wanted to give you that opportunity because
Would
that's super
I know
clever.
whether that's fake or not, though, when he asks?
Yeah. Yeah. You will.
Okay. Then I think Kyoko goes, I don't think that's real.
Well, I don't have any silver on me.
Well, better hope that the good intentions inside you follow you through.
It's starting to make me feel like I'm going to be coming inside. As he starts to take a step towards you and tosses the core of Mentala to the side, he just walks forward and cracks his knuckles.
I'm gonna cast a spell. I think I correct. I was wrong. I think something does magical does happen because I completely forgot to can spell as well. That fight in the car was frustrating, and I can only teleport so many times into melee range. So I think just out of frustration and wanting this person not to come inside, because I think a closed space might be to our disadvantage. I'm gonna cast magic missile, and I just out of frustration, I fling my arms up and throw my hands forwards, and this blackish red energy flies out and slams into their chest as I use one action to cast.
Love
this.
it. Yeah.
And I think it's a case of, was it Mentala who cast magic missile in our fight?
Mhm.
Yeah. So I think I'm mimicking exactly the movements Mentala did when they casted magic missile.
I love that.
So 3 force damage, 1 persistent damage. I think that's only if you crit actually. Never mind. So 3 force damage. That slam into their chest with that one action, and immediately move into Arcane Cascade. My fighting.
You're muted, Tyler.
It actually says the additional damage is if they're wearing metal. So the chains.
And they
would
are
work.
wearing metal.
Nice.
Yes. Okay. So it's 4 damage, 4 force damage.
Beautiful. Let me just go ahead and mark that down.
Oh, that is perfect. Oh,
It's
that is perfect.
3 force, 1 electricity. Yeah.
3 force, 1 electricity. Perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Okay,
he
and I think-
seems like he does electricity too, so I wonder if he's got immunity
that's a good
to
point.
lightning or something, or electric damage.
So I believe that persistence. So I learned about persistence today. That persistent damage on his turn, he'll be able to roll a flat check to see if that persistent energy goes away.
Yeah.
Okay. So as these missiles of energy slam into his chest, you guys see the nice 3-piece white suit shatter away, and you see exposed skin and chain underneath coiled around as your energy, your red electricity, your red arcana starts bouncing between the chains as the suit starts to heal itself up and just comes back in. All right, little piggy, I guess this big bad wolf's gonna have to blow your house down. And he starts to come at you guys as chains fall to the floor, and let's roll for initiative.
Okay.
Yay.
17.
23.
Ooh. Oh.
I have a question.
Yep.
Can I roll my initiative with stealth because I'm trying to be sneaky about what I'm doing in this?
1000% you can. I
Well,
maybe I
love
should then.
that we're getting to see Chuck's like actual combat style here.
Make sure you read out your rolls too.
I got a
I rolled
14.
A
I rolled
9.
a 5 plus an 11 modifier.
Where was
So
his
16
initiative?
total.
I rolled a
I
17.
rolled a 9 plus 9 for 18.
Yeah, I rolled a 17 with a 8 on the die.
Just so I'm not doing something wrong, what stat modifies initiative? It's dexterity, right?
Wisdom.
Wisdom.
Usually use wisdom. It's for perception. Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
And then plus any, if you're trained.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ranks
For
and
training,
stuff.
got any circumstance bonuses, stuff like that.
Yeah.
There it is.
Or if you have any items that give you bonuses.
All right, so let's see. Did we get anybody 25 to 20?
23.
All right. Then 15 to 20.
Yep,
I got
18.
17.
18, 17?
And 16 for Chuck.
Yeah, 16,
Perfect.
18, 20. Or
Yeah, I
16,
consistently
17, 18.
roll bad.
You guys got it in
It's-
a row. 16, 17, 18.
I love that.
Yeah.
So with that, Roland does go first. And with Azuka being the one in the car and having just attacked him, he is going to, I'm going to give you +4 to your AC because you are inside the car. But let's see.
Not Betsy.
As he takes a step forward with his left foot, throws like a haymaker with his right hand, and a chain shoots out like a bullet towards you. All right. So that's a 7.
He hit Betsy.
Oh, yeah, he hit Betsy. Now let's see if he hits. So that would be... See, the one thing I don't... like, you guys get to know it. So it's a +15 to attack. So 7, 15, 22. Does a 22 hit you?
Misses.
So the chain breaks through the window in the back. You dodge out of the side, and it slams through into the console and into that little section that Cade like manipulated, just goes straight into it and destroys it.
What console?
The little center console that had the little purple like navigation section. Slams right into it.
Great. The front. So he slammed through the back window into right between the driver's and passenger seat.
Wait,
and I said this
the door
because he rolled high enough to beat Betsy's AC, but not high enough to beat Azuka's AC. So the damage would then go to Betsy.
Betsy.
Then with his second action, he's going to spin around and throw the chain at Kyoko as lightning cracks up through it. And I need you to make me a DC 20 fortitude save.
Oh, okay. DC 20?
You got this.
No.
Oh, never mind.
11.
See,
I was like, I
to
don't
be
think
fair,
I'm
you have a
making
+9.
20. I know.
So you need to
but-
roll like 11 or higher.
Well,
Does not help when you roll a 2.
I'm like,
I don't think regardless.
I didn't.
Okay, so with that, you have stunned 2 on you. Your next turn has 2 less actions.
Okay.
All right.
Is there a way for me to put that on here?
You can.
It is actually on the right side of your sheet. There's the conditions list. So if you go to your character on the right side, there's conditions. You can all click and modify right there. So with his last action, he's going to use his movement to start walking backwards as if he's walking upstairs into the air. You just see him just start stepping backwards up into the air, just walking on these platforms that seem to make themselves as he walks. And with every step, Kyoko would have noticed these little flash of arcane pings from his shoes. So I can stand out here and blow chains and smoke at this little brick house of yours. But the wolf gets in eventually. So you're going to come outside to meet him? And it is Kyoko's turn.
All right. So with stun 2, I can only do 1 action.
As your turn happens, this little brand, this little like blemish that happened from the chain is crackling with this electricity, and you feel it hard for your muscles to move the way you want them to. Like everything takes a little bit longer, and your thoughts are a little bit harder to process.
Okay. And how far away is Roland from me?
Roland, I would say, is within 30 feet. Probably 35 now that he's taken a step back and up.
Okay. I would like to use temporal distortion on them. That would be my one
Wonderful.
action. Which they need to make a saving throw. Will save DC 20.
All right.
On a success, the creature is unaffected. On a failure, the creature is either clumsy 1, enfeebled 1, or stupefied 1 for 4 rounds, depending on the result of the D4. And then...
Ooh.
That is a 5 that I rolled, so I fail.
Sweet.
So what happens?
Then she says, well, 2 can play that game.
Love it. And you just hear this grunt as the spell starts to take hold, and you see his body like distorting out of time, and you see the chains like whipping up into random like potential fates for them as this distortion starts to take hold. So now you have to roll a d4.
Yeah, I can roll a d4. Roll one.
I feel like you should be able to decide the effect of your spell.
4.
Ooh. So what does the...
Oh, you get to choose.
Oh, I get to
Ooh,
choose.
which condition do you want to apply? Do you want it to be
'cause you rolled a
clumsy,
4.
enfeebled, or stupefied?
Ooh, which one do you think is best, you guys? Let's see.
So-
I need to see what
Okay.
they do.
Stupefied, I believe, is mental capacities. Enfeebled is physical
Enfeebled-
capacities. Clumsy is dexterous.
Yeah, so
Capacities.
enfeebled reduces all strength-based rolls and fortitude saves by 1. Stupefied, I can't remember what stupefied does.
Will, charisma, intelligence, and wisdom, I believe.
Okay.
All mental.
I actually can't remember what clumsy does either. This is the first I've actually come across clumsy.
Let me...
I think that's dex. That's the dex effect.
Probably dex
Yeah, it's
based,
good.
yeah.
penalty,
dex-based
suggestion to
checks,
dexterity base,
the
including AC, reflex, ranged,
Ooh, AC.
AC down, ranged attack rolls. Skills involve acrobatics, stealth, and thievery.
He seems to be
Clumsy might
casting
away.
spells or doing like ranged attacks, right?
Yeah.
So, I'm going to say this. These are melee weapons with range. These are not ranged attacks.
Oh, okay.
Whips are weapons that have reach.
And then enfeebled would be the way then for strength.
Let's do
That's what I'm thinking
enfeebled.
too.
So he
for
has
4
enfeebled
rounds.
1, so he has a -1 to all of his attacks
For 4
that use
rounds.
attack rolls.
And all fortitude saving DCs as well.
Correct.
Perfect. All right.
Paste that in chat. That's
Super helpful.
Physically weakened and fable always includes a value.
All right.
Oh, it does affect DCs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I guess strength-based DCs.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's now his.
It
Yeah,
actually affects damage too.
that's awesome. That's beautiful.
Lovely.
All right. Then with that,
That's all I can
It
do. I get one
is.
action.
mhm, it is Mentala's turn. So we did get to see the level up and the cool hero moment from everybody else. If Mentala would like to describe theirs.
I'm wondering if I
He
can
collapsed
be.
into rubble.
I'm wondering if I can be a little shit for like as many seconds as possible. I know what I want to do with my turn, but I want to say it first in chat.
Remember, I'm a neutral party here. Even if I know, like, I'm acting as Roland on Roland's turn.
That's what I want to do,
Ooh.
which I think will look fun.
I'm gonna have you roll stealth for
Okay.
yourself. If you want to
That is
hide,
fair.
yeah, but that's great.
Oh no, that's a nat one.
So, I am not going to take control here. How would you describe this nat one scenario? I want you to take
Okay.
control.
Do I still get to do the action? It's just
Oh, yeah.
I'm very much visible.
Oh yeah. I would say that you know that the stealth failed. So if you want to change what you were going to do, totally okay, totally on you.
Okay, I think yeah,
In the
like
sequence of events, that would be first, you know?
yeah, there's an idea to be stealthy, which then immediately collapses. I think like there's like a little bit of sort of a rustling sound, sort of back and behind Roland, and like perhaps some quiet muttering, and then it damn it, as like some dust kicked up gets coughed out, and I guess does everyone see Mintal at this point?
See, Kyoko didn't move. Azuka is still inside the car. Roland is looking towards Kyoko, not thinking you're a threat. I'm going to do this. If this is okay, Roland sees. I was going to say, if Roland rolls
Okay.
in that one, he might not see it. But as that happened, Roland kind of turns his head around towards the rubble. I'm going to let you describe
And-
what happens next.
Just standing next to the rubble. Actually, not standing, still prone. I haven't had a chance to get up.
Mhm.
But next to the rubble is Mintala's heart, except it's kind of, as it was thrown onto the ground, it rolled and kind of sprawled out, revealing arms and legs and wings. And it is actually a small, previously curled up, about 9-inch tall little being of some kind. Maybe not sure what. It's wearing a very small suit with a very small waistcoat, and its eyes are open, and it's currently got a fistful of dirt that it's grabbed from next to it. Eyes wide, realizing that big scary guy's looking at him. But still, he summons the courage to say, "You're gonna have to try harder than that to kill me, motherfucker!" And then I'm going to summon an Earth Mephit.
Yes! I love it. All right. Beautiful. Do you want to describe your magic of summoning, how you do that, your special flair onto it home?
So yeah, I think that like he grabs this piece of dirt and starts like muttering something and like waving a hand over it, and like, you know, magical sort of effects begin to apply to this small like crumb of soil in his tiny hand. And then you sort of, when it reaches a sort of crescendo, he like throws it out, and this dust kind of like spreads out, and then earth from beneath this sort of cloud that he spreads shoots up and forms into this earth elemental. It's a different one from the one you saw before. This is just a normal earth elemental made of normal soil and rock. And it's just this floating sort of cloud of rock and dust, and you know, the classic idea of an elemental that you're used to, rather than the big lumbering construction material monster that you've been seeing so far.
Now, a Mephit, if my recollection, is a smaller creature, right?
I think so. I need to check the specifics, but I think you can.
I
We can
think
drag one
it
into
has little
the.
wings. It's almost like
Yeah.
a dragonfly looking
can, like,
thing.
I tried popping one on the board. I don't know if it worked. It might be that only you can do that.
I
Potentially.
think you
Let
have
me-
DM.
Yeah, it has little wings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least,
Here,
at least the last time I remember what a Mephit looks like. I haven't seen one
I'm
in a while.
popping it into chat.
And this is a...
That's a dust
Let's see.
method that I sent.
Yeah, it's like a little
it's
sort of
like
imp
dust
thing.
bat
Yeah.
wings.
It does have. Okay, it's got a coherent.
We're
form. It's
definitely
not-
going to
it's-
make yours more rocky.
It's like a little.
for sure.
It's an imp, demony, impy thing that's got rocky
Yeah.
sort of aspects to it. That's.
I'm
there we
seeing a theme.
So you
Here, is
summon
this
it up,
better?
and it actually has like a cigarette hanging out of one's mouth, and he goes,
go.
"All right, what you need?"
I need you
Let's
to
go
kill
on.
that guy.
Oh, that's it. Ah, it's easy. All
I
right.
can't do anything this turn because when I summon him, it uses up his 2 actions he would normally have. So this
Gotcha.
turn, nothing happens. But he's here now. This guy, as well
Are
as
you
me.
familiar with this method? Is this somebody you've summoned before?
I guess probably I've summoned him a couple times in the past.
Oh my
Maybe to,
gosh,
like,
I
scout
imagine
out
he's like
different
doing
dungeons.
something in his little demon land or whatever, and then you summon,
Okay.
he's like,
We're going to
That's so
rewrite this.
funny.
As you summon up the method, it's this like pacing, earth cracked, like small gargoyle imp looking thing. And it's got one
Okay.
cigarette in the side of its mouth, and he's holding a piece of paper. It's like, to be and not to be. Oh, hey, Minta. How you doing? What's going on?
I need to kill that guy.
All
He
right,
smashed red.
He got red. He shot up for the task. All right, I'm gonna try. And then he gets ready to fight. All right.
That's my turn. I'm still
That's all
prone
th-
as well. I didn't have time to get up, so I've just done the summon. And that's me.
Is that all 3
On the
actions?
ground.
Yeah, it's a triple action to
Ooh, okay.
summon elemental.
It's kind of like
Nothing
a bed
like
for you.
Mintala being
Yeah.
just this dust on the ground that's he's walking by playing dead.
So with that, Azuka. Chain just slammed through the window as you hear this squeaky voice outside in the summoning of magic.
I step out. How high up is
10 feet.
10 feet? Okay.
Yeah.
From
you,
that's easy.
30 feet out, 10 feet up.
30 feet out, 10 feet up.
5.
Okay.
I said 5. I said 35 for Kyoko, so we're going to go with 5 feet off the ground.
Okay. Or 30 feet away. Yeah, I'll use my full movement to go up to him at 30 feet. If he's 10 feet up, that's not, I mean, he's 5 feet up. That's not too, I'm 6 foot, so I don't even need to really do anything. I'm going to punch for his kneecap, honestly. I'm going to put, actually, before I do that, when I attacked him with the magic missile, could I tell that it did all the damage? Could I tell it did not as much? So you described the suit as healing, but I don't know if that was just a suit.
Make me a perception check. We'll see how much information you gained from that.
Okay. Perception. 25.
Oh, yeah. As the clothes was healing, the skin underneath that had been torn away to reveal the chains did not.
Okay.
So you would assume it's like a mending cloth rather than himself being regenerative.
Perfect. Well, in that case, as I swing, you see again from the center of my chest, black lightning arcs up my arm into my fist, and I'm gonna punch and infuse my attack with shocking grasp. And if they're wearing metal, I gain a +1 bonus to my attack roll.
Let's do it.
The target also takes 1d4 persistent damage.
Knock them out.
So I'm gonna, let's see if it hits first.
Come on. This
he
is
rolled
cool.
an 18
I want it.
plus 7. Pop it, Tim.
What was that? Not one.
On
Not one overall.
On both the attack and the damage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Poor Azuka.
So as you're running up to hit him, you get a voice in the side of your head.
All right, kid. Come on. We know you can do this, but can your friends? Can they survive?
I think in that moment, I'm just swinging when he does that, and I'm still new to his voice suddenly appearing in my head. So I think that puts me off when I miss the swing. Stagger forwards. That's the end of my turn.
After you miss,
If you want to, we can make a deal.
Shut up.
I can keep your friends safe when you can.
all right. Chuck, you're up.
All right. Well, first things first, I have this awesome ability that I've had all along and never used. On my first turn, I get a free action to draw a gun, which luckily I had one still on me because of the car ride. But I get extra movement, which is actually what's going to be useful here. So I'm going to stealth to climb into the back seat of Betsy and open the back seat to grab my stuff out of the trunk from inside the car. And then skedaddle out of there. So all of my actions are basically grabbing stuff, grabbing my other gun out of the console, and running into the darkness.
We'll say because Azuka is doing such an aggressive, flashy, black lightning running up, doing all of this. It's great. And when this is happening, Kyoko, something about this stun, this event, the adrenaline, all of this new energy. As Azuka is running, you see the trail of time behind them. Maybe it's a thread of fate for a split second, and then it catches up to them as they're running. So you see these light trails almost half a foot behind people as this adrenaline and anxiety is bubbling up inside you. Chuck, we're going to give you a +4 circumstance bonus to a stealth roll to want to dip away without being noticed, if that's okay.
Okay, I rolled my stealth for climbing into the back seat to see if I was rolling this for Maggie's purpose, the first stealth roll. That was my initial roll. So Maggie, you probably see him because he does. I rolled bad. I rolled an 11 total. I rolled a 2.
And I think my
+4.
passive is 12.
Plus 4
so.
would make it a 15.
Okay, so then
so
maybe you
passively I
don't really
don't.
notice. All
Yeah.
right. So then here's my stealth for
can't
running
actually
out of
take
the
that roll.
car. That also
Now-
has a +4, right? I rolled a 5. At least it's an 18 total.
Still has a
because-
+4, 18 total.
Yeah, 18.
Nobody
He's like
sees
so
anything.
mad, and he got an 18.
I'm
circumstance-
rolling. I have rolled single digits, Maggie.
I know.
That-
I know.
welcome
It's too
to
funny.
our apparent
Look, I
game
rolled a
of
2.
cursed D&D. Like this
I rolled a
is-
2 on the
like,
first one, so that's
I don't know
fair.
what it is about Pathfinder, but they love natural ones. And like I've seen the math on Roll20's system. I know it's not biased, but it feels that way when it hits like this.
So, for reference, I was able to use the 10 feet of movement and my free action to grab my other gun. And then my additional free action to draw my other gun. So then 2 of my actions were extending my movement of 25 feet. So I was able to move 50 plus 10, 30 feet total, because to do stealth, you have to move half speed.
Plenty enough to go in, get your stuff, get out.
Cool.
So you're now back to wherever you were. All your gear ready to go.
Oh, I'm not back to where I was. I sluck away into the darkness because I was right by the car. I was under the car.
Perfect. You are hidden from sight.
Cool.
And with that, we go back to Roland, who will then roll a flat check to see if, I think it's a 15. 14. So he takes 1 damage from that lightning that cracks through him. We'll see as he looks down to you, he just goes, "Oh, you see, that's the voice that I was dying to hear. It's good to hear you again, sir." As he says that, you see your electricity jump across him. And he goes, "Wait here a moment for me," as he throws a chain at you, and you need to make me a DC 20 reflex save.
Okay. Let me see if I have anything to help me with this first. No.
Something like a
okay.
reflex save.
Right.
13.
Okay.
How come I'm rolling so low? A 3?
Yeah, we're all rolling really low,
So even with
except for the
Enfeebled.
perception.
strength attack rolls, okay. Enfeebled wouldn't do anything there. Just making sure. He throws a chain at you, and then as it's about to hit you, he grabs it, snaps it, and twists it in the air like a lasso, and it almost magnetically hits your arm and wraps all the way around you and binds you. On your next turn, this is Binding Chain. You're bound for a minute, and every turn you can use an action, or you can attempt to break free of it.
Okay.
So, with that, he's going to go. "And you, such more resilient than I thought you." Oh, as Roland turns to look at Mintala. "And so these are the kind of surprises that I do enjoy, and I am enjoying this. Thank you. But I don't like your friend." And he's going to do a chain attack at the Mephit with the minus from the Enfeebled. So that is a 4 plus 13 is going to be a 17 to hit the Mephit.
Oh, I think that possibly might. Yep, his AC's 15. It hits.
Okay, just to make sure on the damage. Perfect. Second. Well, that's unfortunate.
Oh.
Oh, nice
All
4.
right.
Oh, your poster came down?
Yeah, we just put that up the other night, so the tape must not be doing well.
Oh, no.
It's fine.
It's pretty.
Thank you. Rose likes it. Where did I put that attack? Okay, well, it's going to be this. 16 points of damage to your Mephit.
Oh, he's alive, but not by much. He's on 4.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh.
And as it slams towards the Mephit, he's going to, after hitting that, whip it off to the side, and I need you to make me a fortitude save for his last action.
Oh. Fortitude save. Oh, 3 on the dice for 11.
You are stunned. So let's see. Roll a d4. Ooh, a full 4. So you have stunned 4, which means your next turn you have -4 actions.
Oh,
And that will carry over to the next round. So this entire next turn of yours, unfortunately, is taken. And then the next round, you have -1.
right. I
Nice.
see. Okay.
There it
No
goes.
damage involved in it. Oh, damn.
No, it's not a. It is a pure stun effect. It's not a
Okay.
damaging attack.
Good,
Did it
because I don't have many
Heal
hit
your
points
wall
still.
off? Or was that like that before?
I was like that before.
Okay.
We haven't been
Just
able
was
to
like,
match
there
the
might be
pain.
another
Thank you for
problem.
pointing it out. It's a whole thing. I've been trying to get it fixed. Literally, the Lowe's nearby doesn't have the problem. Look, this has been a
Oh.
thing.
Aw.
This room was painted by an artist to have like murals and stuff on it, and she made her own like mixture of color for things.
Oh, so it makes
So
it hard to
getting that
find.
matched appropriately is
Mm.
not fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So with that, that is Roland's turn. Kyoko, you're up. No longer stunned.
Oh, I'm no longer stunned?
No. So the way stun works, every action burns through a number of stun. So you are only stunned 2. Your 2 actions last turn burnt through that. You're
Okay.
fine now. You have a full turn.
Yay, I'm gonna remove that off me. Get out of here. I don't like it. So my question is, I know I leveled up, so I got refresher on things. Is my watch refreshed or no? I would assume not. But I just
Do you
wanted
remember
to.
you saying items don't get refreshed?
Yeah, I know
I would
items.
say that.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. But I just wanted to make sure. In that case, Kyoko is going to focus her vision in on Azuka and give him time skip.
Ooh.
This will allow you to manipulate time around yourself, and you get to either use it for step, stride, or strike.
Oh.
So you're quickened on your turn. How far away is the Mephit from me? And did I see that this was like, I mean, I can clearly tell they're fighting alongside us.
Yeah. We know that Roland's 35 feet out in front of you. We have Azuka within a 5-foot distance in front of them. I'm going to let Bentham decide where you wanted to place your Mephit. I don't know if there's a
Because they
summoning
cast
range.
range, right?
yeah.
It would. I think I summon it. Actually, I don't know what the range is for the summoning. I forgot about that.
I'm going to say
the
the
range
free
is 30
range.
feet. I think I would
Yeah.
have summoned it. I would have probably summoned it right next to him.
Okay. So
In
we'll
that
say
case.
that it's within 5 feet, 10 feet. How we doing?
5 feet, I would say.
Okay.
That's
Behind
not
it,
great
next to
for
it.
me.
Does Pathfinder have flanking? Yeah?
Yes,
Okay.
it makes
Yeah.
them flat-footed. So
Ooh,
-2 to the AC.
love that.
Ooh, yeah. So he might be flat-footed now because you've got 2 people, depending on the
Which is
positioning.
beautiful for Azuka if they can get some hits in.
Poor Azuka. I'm hoping I'm giving you another opportunity to strike. I don't think I can heal your Mephit then, because I can't cast 2 spells in a row.
That's okay.
And I don't think I want to go up and touch anything over that way. Because, well, I guess I could. Could I do a medical check to heal? Like a medicine? Heal the Mephit?
So normal medicine checks to heal do require 10 minutes to do effective healing.
Oh,
You
okay.
need battle medicine as a skill feat to be able to use it in combat.
Ooh,
So
okay, so
outside of
maybe a
combat, you can
future
use
feat.
medicine. Inside, you can use your spell heal.
Yeah,
like to
which I
burn a
can't
spell
use.
slot.
I can't heal right now because I just casted a spell. So you know what? she's gonna take out that crossbow that she's shot once before in her life and try.
Is Pathfinder
again.
restricted to the one spell per turn?
No,
or is it
it's-
just action limited?
It's action limited. So if you have enough actions left,
You could still
and
cast.
you can still cast it.
Really?
Oh, you can.
Can you?
Yeah.
I don't know.
There is no
Yeah.
That's the
So
main
it's only in
difference between
D&D 5e that you're only able to cast a spell slot level once. And then you'd use
Maybe
a
a
cantrip.
different version of Pathfinder. I feel like before I was not able to cast 2 in a row. But
Well,
Might
I'm going to
have
say
been
rule of cool,
180.
do it you want to.
all right.
I also say, also rules as written. You can also do it.
I
Raw
will,
can be cool too, okay?
Then as my second action, I will heal the method. Because I think they're the only one that's damaged, right?
yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Why did
damaged.
it-
Yeah.
DC. That's so weird.
Oh yeah.
Like Mentala personally is also injured. if you
Mentala
can see
himself
him.
is pretty damaged.
Yeah, but I can't.
And-
Like Mentala's like
Okay.
Yeah,
outside.
so the
am
reason
right?
there's a DC
There
there
is
because if
rubble.
the target, you could use heal on an undead creature to damage it.
Yes.
yeah.
That's
why
true.
there's a save.
Yeah, because I can do good damage.
Good damage.
Yeah, which clearly would mess this guy up.
would?
Yeah, I think so
It's
because I
positive
did the
damage.
weakness, the vision of weakness, and he's weak against good.
Yeah, but this is
Mhm.
positive. Positive and
It's
good.
positive and
are-
negative in 2e, right?
Yeah,
Right.
positive and negative are damage types. Good and evil are damage types, but it's different things.
But I don't have that. Yeah, you're right.
No.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 1d8 is it plus my spell bond? Whatever.
Did you do it as a
Oh, yeah,
single
because
action?
positive and negative is life and death.
Yeah, I did it as single.
Yeah.
Then good and
A
evil
single action
are
is
different. Gotcha.
is
Yeah.
touch range only.
I'm glad we
Yeah,
have
I'm
Drac
going up
here
to touch the
correct us.
method.
Oh,
I love that Drac is here.
Oh, actually no.
God. If I could just have
I-
Drac
I have
with me
reach,
as
so
I
I
was
can be 30
prepping stuff
feet.
to be like, no, you're dumb. No, you're dumb.
Yeah, you
That's
do have
wrong.
reach.
I
That's
have
wrong.
reach,
Yeah.
so I can be 30
Love it.
feet away.
Yeah.
So actually, I'll
if
do
you
this
cast
as
it
a
yeah.
2 spell to hopefully
Yeah,
give him a
cast
little
the
bit more.
two-spell one.
So is it just
And-
2d8? It's not my spell plus my spell modifier or anything, I think. Yeah.
So it would be,
6. Oh my god, I rolled
it's
so
actually
bad.
not 2d8. Heightened effect is it increases it by 1d8. If you use the 2 action, you just get an 8 increase.
Oh.
It's
Yeah.
not another d8. So we'll take
So
Yeah,
that
it's
first
1d8 by an
3.
additional 8.
Yeah, so we'll say
So-
So it
that.
would be 11.
11. Oh, that's much better.
Wait,
Take
are
it.
you casting it first level, second level?
Just for first level.
Okay. Perfect. So we're going to do 3, then 8.
The hell's 11?
Right.
He's at
So
15.
1d8 for first level, 2 actions to add the 8. So it's 1d8 plus 8. So 3, 8, 11. Perfect.
And then that's it. That's my turn. Thank you. Sorry for the confusion.
You're perfect.
You're
Never apologize.
I am never
I'll get faster.
stopped for learning. This is great. I want to learn. Teach me. We're doing this together. It's basically a tutorial. Any DM out there who is learning on the spot, don't be afraid to.
Yeah.
Just because you don't know something doesn't mean you can't learn something. All
You
right.
know what? We were like, let's last minute learn Pathfinder because originally we were going to do this in D&D.
I've been GMing D&D for 8 years. I know that entire thing like the back of my hand, all right?
Our previous campaign was a 3+ year campaign in D&D.
All right. So with Kyoko done, great turn. It is Mintala. And I'm going to say your Earth method goes either right after you on your turn. Does it have a separate initiative or does it share yours?
It goes on my turn.
Got
It's got just 2 actions. So yeah, I'm not doing anything, but he still can. Do I decide what he's doing, or do you? How do you want to do it?
You decide it.
Okay.
I'll give you control over the creatures you summon.
In that case, I'd like him to use his breath weapon.
Let's go for it. Remember, are you
It's,
flanking?
If you'll allow me to, sure. Though I mean, I don't think it affects.
It doesn't.
This-
It only affects ace. Flat-footed only affects AC, and I'm assuming breath weapon is a
Is-
DC save.
DC save.
Is it a
yeah.
cone?
Yes, it's a 15-foot cone. Finding it.
Azuka is on the other side.
Oh, if I can't avoid Azuka, then I won't do
Does
that.
the spell say ally or enemies only? Because then it could. but,
No, it just says each creature. It
Yeah,
would hit.
then it would
Azuka.
hit
So I don't want to do
Azuka.
that. Then it's not worth
but you
it.
could
Can the
angle
method
it
fly?
so that your breath
He can,
doesn't
yes.
hit him. Depending
But
on
if he
where he's
moves, then he won't have enough actions to do the breath weapon. So
moving.
yeah.
In
well.
my theater of the mind, the flying method was on the same level of Roland. So if we want to say that he is flying, I would say that the cone would go over Azuka's head.
The
Works
cone
for me.
technically would go out in all directions.
That is a
Oh, no,
cone.
it's a-
yes.
It's a, you know, it's,
It would spray out.
vertically, too.
oh,
instead of being
I see what you
directly,
mean.
but
Like-
instead of being directly on, you're up, so the cone would have that
So
moment.
catch Roland with the
Azuka,
edge
make
of
a
the
reflex save, and how about if you
Is it a
succeed, you
spherical
take no
cone
damage.
or a horizontal cone?
No.
No, I'm just
Okay.
Let's get any math specialists in the chat.
Ooh,
Please just
20.
Big roll.
Fancy.
Does that
No
save?
damage.
I don't know if that
I like
saves.
math.
It does save, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
DC 17. Yeah, it's a so
I'd
DC
like-
17
like-
reflex save, 2d6 bludgeoning damage.
yeah, you're only grappled, or is it restrained? I believe
I have no
you're
idea.
able to do like stuff you just can't move. You have to
I mean,
okay.
technically, if Mentala's shooting from behind him, Roland's body is blocking Azuka from getting hit anyway. So, just saying.
There you go.
The shadow.
I
of the
mean, it
creature
depends. Does it
protects
curve
you.
around corners? Does it not? These are the questions that every GM has to ask themselves.
Does
What
it
are the
expand
physics?
outwards, upward?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is the physics of magic?
Okay, and it does 8 damage.
It's a breath.
Depending
the breath
on
would go.
how
Yeah.
his save goes.
Air, as we know, does move and encompass an object and then go around. So if you are close enough, let's say hug distance, if you are right up cuddling snugly onto the chest, then that would be okay as it curves around. But I don't feel like cuddle was his last action, so we're going to just say that it was the reflex save that saved
I
him.
wrap my wings around
Cuddle
them
actually
and then I
takes-
breathe
normally Cuddle actually
heavily.
takes 2
For-
actions because
Okay.
you have to ask for consent, and then the other one you actually give the hug.
For the theater of the mind purposes, by the way, true to the running theme that I have, this breath weapon is breathing rocks. Don't know
Love
how.
Oh,
I'm not
ow.
gonna question it.
Just get plummeted by
He's just-
rocks.
He's just vomiting rocks in a cone.
Love that.
I actually adore it.
what
That's
is the-
awesome. I want fan art of that.
Is it a reflex save, and what's the DC?
A reflex save DC 17, so I imagine you've passed that one.
So
Is it a
I
basic save?
critically succeed on that.
Pretty okay, nothing.
So
Is there a
takes no
critical
damage.
success?
Critical
I
success is
don't
generally no
think it-
damage.
Critical success
Generally,
is
yes,
no
but some
damage.
things. Okay.
Um,
It
As
doesn't
you
list
do-
any difference from the normal. Yes, it's a basic reflex save, so it's standard sitch.
so no damage.
Well, there is the enfeebled, so no, that's strength, not reflex. You go up in breath with this method as Roland actually, as you see, as the pieces of rocks get close, little chains just and just like knock them out of the way as they get close to his chest. And as they come back, you see the holes that were created by the chains start to patch themselves up. Now that is adorable. I'll show you
Can I
how a
respond, or is he
real
just like,
person does it. It's up to you. You're on the ground doesn't mean you're knocked out. You might be hurt,
think-
but
Yeah, I think Mentala's just like he's just like rolling around on the ground, like just completely like
okay. Love that.
The Mephit's doing his best to fight while Mentala's just bleh.
Is that all 3 actions?
Well, I don't have any actions, and then the Mephit only has 2, and it's the 2 actions for the breath weapon. So yeah,
Okay.
he's done. It
With
looked
that-
cool, even if it ultimately
Oh,
did
yeah.
nothing.
It was great. Azuka, you're up.
So Zuka's is wrapped up in these chains, right?
You're bound. So you can make a, what was it, athletics or acrobatics DC 20 to free yourself. If you can't, then you are rooted and bound.
They wrap around me, and I think this entire time, as other spells and attacks have been going around me, I've been just kind of like looking at the ground, and then I look up, and I'm going to use Intimidating Glare, as you just feel a terrifying aura pulse out of me, and I need to roll an Intimidation check against their, I believe it's Will DC, to demoralize.
So a will DC is
Yeah,
10 plus his will bonuses.
I believe so, yes.
Okay. That means you need to beat a 24.
Okay. Oh, 15. No, nothing happens then as you feel this, but he glares up at Roland, and I'm going to use dimensional assault and teleport out of his bonds and
Love that.
reappear above him and punch downwards.
Kyoko, as you are watching this intimidation, you use this energy, this presence of yours to try to intimidate. When that teleportation happens, Kyoko has this fraction of a moment where you can see a shadowy humanoid silhouette left behind as Azuka teleports away. There's this moment where there is another entity, another presence that is there. This is the first time you would ever have
Kyoko
seen.
will remember this.
Yeah. Azuka, continue.
Intimidation was a 7 on the die, for everyone who's wondering. First strike misses with a 5 on the die. And I'm going to... I guess I'm going to attack again. I have a couple more attacks.
So it
thanks to
was
Kyoko.
intimidate, teleport, attack, right?
Yes.
So first
that-
attack.
Yeah.
He
Because
just
the
said he
teleportation goes with the attack, so that those is one
Ah,
action. And I have one more action left, plus another strike, thanks to Kyoko. So I'm just
does
gonna
that do anything to your multiple attack penalty?
Yeah, I assume it acts normal. It doesn't say anything otherwise.
I was kind of hoping you wouldn't take that -4. That would have been awesome.
No, I'm definitely taking it. Is anything else? Actually, I think I might cast a spell again. No, I need to use both for a strike. So yeah, I'm gonna attack again.
Go for it.
22 to hit.
Ooh. Good roll.
A 22 just misses.
Okay, there's
Just
no
misses.
chance I'm gonna hit the next one, but
A
for
16
it
plus
anyway.
10 minus
Wait, is
4.
there any effect that he has on him that would have affected his AC? Is it the enfeebled?
flat-footed.
Flat-footed.
Would have reduced it by 2.
It hits.
Okay, perfect.
It hits.
Yeah, so that is 8 points of bludgeoning damage,
Beautiful. Beautiful.
and the second attack misses. Third attack misses. But yeah, as I
Alright.
land just
And you-
behind the chains that were just wrapping me a few seconds ago.
Mhm.
You took your additional
Yeah, I
action
did.
as well. Cool, perfect.
Yeah,
Sweet.
and that's the end of my turn.
You said you had persistence on your last attack. That missed. Never mind.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, the last second. Yeah, that last one missed. Yeah.
Chuck, you're up.
All right. For a moment, Chuck stares down and takes a deep breath. He puts his hat on. Walks out from outside the garage and fires 2 shots at the same time. Using this.
Paired shots. 2 actions, 2 attacks, no double attack penalty.
Correct.
Beautiful.
First attack.
Oh, baby, yes.
Now 20.
It's a crit. By the way,
Aye.
these are silver bullets because he heard Kyoko.
So,
Nice.
And second shot.
before we get into this, I would like you to describe your introduction into this fight. You have your walkout moment as Kyoko is in the doorway to the fire station. Azuka's outside, Mentala's outside, Roland is up in the center of all of it. And out of the darkness appears a man in shadows.
Well, well, well. It's a good thing I was in this area. And he whips out both pistols and fires.
Beautiful. So,
First-
critical hits in Pathfinder. 2E. That just means double as a crit, right? Or does they have to now verify? I think that was the Pathfinder 1 thing.
We already talked about that. It's not, we don't need a verify.
Yeah, it's just it doubles damage because you have because you're using dueling weapons, which is a fatal. It
Mhm.
means your dice becomes D10.
D10, yeah.
Also, if you're using a dueling pistol, they have to make a fortitude saving throw or be. I can't remember what it was now. I think it's something happens. I think it's stunned 1.
Ooh, that's amazing. Look it up.
That's actually. I think we're level 4, so I don't know if we actually can do that yet. I think it's level 5,
Concussive, I think, is what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's
It's the
concussive.
trait. Smash with a.
No, concussive is that it can hit with bludgeoning or
Piercing
piercing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ignore me. The critical thing is you get that at level 5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Good.
if you
Good
get
to know.
critical specializations, yeah.
It's a
All
double
right, so-
damage.
You roll all that damage using your
I don't know
silver
if
bullets.
I don't know if it'll automatically roll because
It did,
um,
right? Oh, the
It
damage.
rolled
Yeah,
the attack,
it
but it
didn't
didn't
roll
roll
the
the damage. So what you
so I
want, you
have to
can
hit
click
the
on
damage. Oh, here it does crit for me. It'll roll crit for me.
the beautiful.
Did the 27 hit as well? By the way,
It
that was
did.
a nat 20 plus 11 for 32 and a 15 plus 11. All right, so then that's this damage, which is 6. I wish I had this critical. Gosh.
Okay, so you did 25
Also, these
damage.
are silver bullets.
25 damage with a silver bullet, and then 30 damage with a silver bullet.
Yes. Well,
Jesus.
only one of them is a crit. So one of them is the 15, the other one is a 6. So I did 21 damage. Unless you combine regular damage with critical damage. I thought it was just the crit rolls.
Okay,
Correct me if I'm
I'm confused.
I believe you only they're separate. So if
Yes.
if you get critical damage, you look at the critical damage part, not the normal damage.
Yeah, so you take the 15 from my first damage roll,
Okay,
and you add the 6 from the second. So that's 21 and silver bullets.
so 21 damage total plus 2 silver bullets.
Correct.
Okay. Whew. All right.
Whew, it's a lot of damage.
21. Oof. You see this person come around the corner, bang, bang, as giant holes hit both the side in the chest and in the ribs for Roland, blasting off chunks of chain into the distance as this smile that was on his face just drops and he turns and he's like, now that is something that I do not enjoy. As you start to see bits of chain actually fall out from the ribs, that was a heavy, heavy hit. He's looking wounded.
That was my first action, but I believe paired shots makes it count as 2 tags.
Kyoko, when you did your detect weakness, does it tell you the severity of the weakness or just the type of weakness?
Just said weaknesses. So let's
Okay.
go back up. Doo, doo, doo. Oh. Where was that? Just a little bit ago.
Okay, so I have one more attack.
So it was you focus your gaze on the creature and gain a flash of divine insight into its nature. If the creature has any weaknesses, you learn them, as well as which of its saving throws modifiers is the lowest. You can also learn inherent understanding of its movements and gain +2 status bonus on your next
Okay.
attack or any roll that.
I'm trying to
pertinent
figure
to
out if that silver is a weakness of his, but I'm curious if you know just how much of a weakness. Because the silver did more damage than the 6 from the second shot. So I would say, yeah, I'll give you the numbers for it. His weakness is silver 10. So Chuck just did 41 points of damage.
Dang, Chuck.
I'm gonna do Racketeer's Reload,
All right.
and I'm just gonna say, word on the street is your name's Roland. Good thing Rolos are my favorite candy.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm gonna roll my deception check.
What
Someone clip that.
what happens? Do I just give up and leave out of sheer what?
I think
So I'm gonna roll deception to create a diversion. Actually, an intimidation to attempt to demoralize. That's my goal right now,
Yeah.
and it's not gonna work, but
No.
it's just fun.
He just looks at you with this. I don't know what words just came out of your mouth, but I do not like you. And I'm going to make that very well known. As it is now his turn, as he is going to I guess, step to the side to no longer be flanked. So step is a 5 to 10 foot use, I believe.
Yes.
Okay.
I believe it's 5 to 10.
So he carefully steps to the side and throws a chain out at Chuck.
That's 5. Just 5.
Just 5? Okay. So a 25 to hit. This is his third turn, so he still has 2 more of enfeebled, I believe. Okay.
So you roll a 25 to hit me?
25 to hit.
He hits.
Cool. So I hits you. Do not 21 to hit.
Hits me.
So throws whip. I don't. As he lifts both up and slams them both down at the same time, trying to do a stunning strike against you to stop you in your tracks.
Stepping is an action. So that's 3.
Ooh, okay. Then that would be all 3. Don't worry. I got wrapped up in the moment because Tyler really hurt my big bad.
I'm here to be a rules lawyer to save Tyler specifically.
I love
Also,
you. It's amazing. Tell me when I'm wrong.
Are we around? What round are we on? Because there were 4 rounds where you were enfeebled or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got 2 more
it's only
still left.
round 2, I think.
So did you calculate the enfeebled
Yes,
on
it's
these
only
attacks?
it's plus 13, not wait. Is it plus 13, not plus 14? His attack is plus 15, so with the enfeebled is plus 14 for the next 2 turns.
Gotcha,
Okay.
gotcha.
So you're saying I'm taking 33 points of damage here?
You actually reduce 1 from each of those because he's still enfeebled. So it
Okay,
is 19
so-
and 12,
Which would be
31.
31. All right. He beat me up pretty good.
Is he still taking persistent damage, right?
Yup,
Yeah, he should. He should
Mhm.
be taking the persistent
Thank you.
damage.
it's gone
Okay, it's gone.
with a nat 20.
God damn it.
I'm going to say with that entrance and that, I'm going to give you a hero point. That was pretty cool. So, hero points are kind of like inspiration from D&D. You get them when you do really cool things. You can have them to bump up a death save or re-roll a d20 at any point in time. Azuka, I gave you one for your attack against Cade in the basement, and I believe Kyoko has one too for one of your uses of fate.
Oh, we all start with 1. Usually. I didn't know I got an additional one.
I read about them recently and I wanted to activate them and give you guys some fun stuff. So Kyoko should have 2 then, if you said you already had one.
I think we all
And I'm going to say
you
for
start
keeping
with
your
1.
secret for so long, Mintala would get one too. Because being a detriment to yourself for the sake of a character reason, to me, I love when people put roleplay above numbers, and I will always reward that.
So you gave me a hero point? Is that what you said?
Yes. For the reveal and the big damage and the cool thing. And I'm going to look aside the comment like, I don't like it when my big bad mini bosses are compared to candy. It does infuriate me.
But it's sweet.
This is sour. This is a sour, bitter event. You're scared, okay? Be scared.
I'm pretty scared, just to be fair.
I want that clip though, because everyone's face was
yeah.
like, Tyler.
Oh, it's beautiful.
You already killed me once.
I think in character, Azuka just turned to look at, and then like, what the
We need what we thought he said before, what we all, our proposals in the beginning of the episode,
Like
and
a
then like
jump
what
to.
he actually said. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll gather both clips and put them together. This is wonderful. But that does end Roland's turn. Kyoko, you're up.
All right. Well, seeing my homie Chuck getting messed up.
You don't know it's Chuck.
That's actually the
Okay.
thing. This random
Yeah, no,
person.
it's just some guy.
So you look, the face is completely distorted in shadow. You have no clue who this person is.
Mm,
The clothes are entirely different. The person's
Question,
entirely
then.
He's
different.
got like an
I
overcoat.
have this, which is the reason why I knew about
Mhm.
Bentham's character's thing.
So
But he's not
This
shape shifting,
person-
right?
Correct.
you know that
But
it is somebody
transform
who is.
into another.
He is not magically shape changed. He is not transformed. You just cannot discern his features. You know that he is not Chuck, but you don't know who he's trying to impersonate.
Yeah. So how this works is, A
Actually,
lifetime of experience
you
help you see
lived-
through disguises. When you come within 10 feet of a creature that is transformed into another form or is impersonating a specific creature, the GM rolls a secret perception check for you to realize that the creature is transformed.
I'm
even
also
if
not within
you
10 feet.
didn't spend an action.
So I would like to know this. Kyoko was in Los Angeles for like 5 to 10 years. Would Chuck have been active in that time, Tyler?
No, because all of his actions occurred before the tear.
Cool. Then I'm going to have Kyoko roll a society roll with a DC of 20. If you roll above a 20, you know rumors about a person in Los Angeles.
No, 15.
You know nothing.
I know nothing, Jon Snow. All right.
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
That's fine. I just some rando person came here, but he's helping us, right? Looks like they're helping us.
Random devil shows up, a random person shows up. This small town of
feeling, Azuka? You looking all right?
Look this up. This town had a population of 30 people today. Like, this is a small town.
Oh. Yeah, I don't think I've taken any damage.
Then I think Kyoko will heal this new person who did a lot of damage to this other person. I'm assuming that they're maybe enemies of some sort. I don't know. But it's helping us, so I'll take it. I think I'm going to cast this at level 2. And
so then it's 2d8.
If I heighten it, that would be all my actions, right? Or just 2 of them.
So no, heighten doesn't increase the action cost.
Yeah.
It's the spell slot you're using.
So with Pathfinder,
it says extra
you have to
healing for the
prepare
2 action version increased by 8.
Yeah. Heightening is higher spell slots. Increasing the range is just using more actions.
Correct.
So you can amplify or extend by using 2 actions to extend the spell range out and get the additional 8 healing. And you can use it at a second level because it is a first level spell to get 2d8. So it gets 2d8 plus 8 at a 30-foot range for using it as 2 actions.
That is what I will aim for. So
Perfect.
14 is my roll.
Beautiful.
That's what I was trying to do, but I wanted to know how many actions it was. It's a little confusing.
Yeah.
You're good. That helped.
Just trying to heal my homies. All right, and that will take
That
up
helped.
a level 2
I was below
spell.
half, now I'm back above half.
Perfect. All right. So that's 2. You still have 1 action left.
And then I think with my last action, I am going to... I think I'm going to shoot my crossbow.
Let's do it.
We'll see how that goes. Then would this be my 3rd attack? Which is my first attack, though.
That would be
First
your
attack, 3rd action.
22
Ooh,
on the
nice.
attack. For 3 damage.
So he's no longer flat-footed because he's no longer flanked. And I don't think there's anything that reduces his AC.
My
Enfeebled doesn't.
enfeebled, but it doesn't do that for that.
No, when it's the clumsy reduces the AC. Dexterity is the AC base. Because of that, you just miss.
Dang.
His AC is 23, naturally.
Alrighty then. That is
Okay.
my turn.
I'm sorry. Great turn, though. Okay.
He's
let's
like,
go
great
to-
for me, you fail.
Yeah. I'm not trying to kill you guys. I like this show. Mintal, it's your turn.
Okay, I've got the 1 more point of stun, so I'll only have 2 actions this turn.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, looking around at this unfolding scene, still from the floor at the moment, Mintela's like, "What's with all the mysterious guys in hats? I'm just gonna keep shooting this one, and I'm gonna fire magic missile at Roland."
That's funny.
I love it. I love it so much.
As a 2 action.
Okay. So how much damage are you going to do?
Um,
For each additional action you use when casting a spell, increase the number of missiles you shoot by 1 to a maximum of 3. So you do 10 points of force damage with 2 missiles.
I
think
think you have to roll the damage
I'll
again.
roll it again as a separate. Oh well, there you go. Both 5.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Max rolls on both.
Let's go.
Pretty nice. Not too shabby.
How do you get crit on magic missile?
You can't.
You
I don't
can.
know. I guess it's just an automatic thing. It just rolls
Yeah.
in
Automatic
case
hit,
it can
so-
exist.
Maybe there's some other scenario where it's like the next thing that hits this thing is a crit.
Yeah,
Maybe.
probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So nothing from the method?
Oh, he will. I think.
Actually, this is Mintala's true form. First time casting spell. What does it look like?
Well, I did it with summoning.
Like magic missile, because we
Something-
have actually like a comparative difference between the elemental and Mintala.
So, I think ultimately, like, it is still that time. It was tiny winged form Mintala casting it, but you didn't see any details because he was curled up in a ball. And his incantations were muffled by the rock monster yelling out loudly so that to keep up the appearance. So this time you actually see him, like, he's still on the floor. I'm not getting up until I've got a spare action that I'm not gonna use to cast some kind of spell. but yeah, you get to see him, like, it's very sort of, I think, like, sort of flowing movements and like pulling energy out of some unknown place and like, you know, putting something together before firing it out, and then as before you see what you've seen of like the like spiraling in and pew, like.
I love how even now the description of the magic missile does have an increased octave. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
I love it. Slams into his back. Again, obliterates the clothes, damages the body underneath, and then the clothes start to form back up.
And then the method. There he is. I think it's just going to make 2. Does he need to move to get to where Roland is? Because he moved, right?
Yeah, 5 feet to the side.
Does that mean he's still in range, or will my guy need to move to like?
It would be a
track him?
diagonal now, I guess.
Okay, oh, so it would still work then. Yeah, I think it would just be 2 fist attacks, because the breath weapon. Oh, the breath weapon. I need to roll a d4 for it to recharge.
Okay.
So I roll a d4, and then that's how many turns it takes to recharge the breath weapon. So actually, if I just roll a 1 on this, I rolled a 3. So yes, it's gonna be a while. So yeah, he's just gonna make a fist attack, which is +8 attack roll. The damage being
So you need to roll a 15 or higher to hit.
okay.
Come on.
21. Wait, oh,
Close.
15 on the dice. Oh, okay, 13
Close,
on the
but
dice.
no.
Okay, misses. If he nat 20s on the second one, it'll work.
I would love
Go
that so
for it.
much. Just the,
We'll
the
try.
sheer narrative.
Oh.
No.
Dang. A
So with
21
that-
and a 22.
Method swings out wildly. Unfortunately, hands just hitting chains, but not doing enough force to actually do damage. So he's just, yeah, come on, you want a little piece of me? Come on, say, you know, like just going for it. All right. With that, Azuka.
Yeah. I'm going to again. I did the teleportation, so I'm charged up again. I'm gonna go for another swing with a spell strike. I'll
Go
take a
for
step
it.
forward because he stepped away. Is he still within 5 feet of me, or stepped?
You guys were
back to the
flanking. He
side?
stepped to the side.
Wouldn't that
So
be an
still
attack
within
of
5 feet of-
opportunity?
Stepping
Then
is what
pass.
causes it not to be an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, and also
Oh.
attack of opportunity in Pathfinder isn't a thing you just get. It's actually a
Yeah.
feat you have to get later on.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. But if he steps to the side, 5
Oh, I didn't
feet-
even need to step then.
5
See?
foot step.
Now
Yeah,
I'm
if he-
learning.
yeah, if he steps to the side by 5 feet,
You're still just diagonal. He's not
I'm
flanked
still
anymore.
diagonal. Yeah.
So you
okay,
could
cool.
shift 10 feet to your side to be diagonal to the mephit to then get flanking if you would like to.
I mean, it seems worth it.
Yeah. Yeah, might as well.
So it's
I'll
move,
take-
charge, attack.
Yeah, I've already charged because of my dimensional assault. It automatically charges up my
Cool.
fist and go for a swing, and see and hope it hits.
Come on. Get a crit.
I would love a crit, honestly.
I would too.
A 25 to hit.
It's
Ooh, nice 15
For
on the
5
dice.
damage plus, and the spell I'm putting into this is called, where is it? Horizon Thunder Spear, as my, again, crackling black lightning comes in and I swing for them and deal an extra 18 points of damage, of electric damage.
so we're doing 23 damage total.
Yes. And I stepped, so I took a step. Yes, that's my action. That's on my turn.
As you do that, you go to punch and you actually hit him right at the hip as he's flying above you. And his entire leg shatters off as you see the blood, like a lot less blood than there should be. It's definitely not a living person anymore. But the chain comes out to try to replace the leg that was there
Interesting. Okay.
as the clothes start to heal up again. So you took a massive chunk and he's looking rough.
I think that's the end of my turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
With that, Chuck.
Well, that wasn't very kind of you. We are strangers after all. He's gonna do paired shots again.
As you say that, he responds, "Oh, I might be strangers to you, but there's one of you that I know very well."
So I rolled a 24 with my first shot. That's
Okay.
a 12 on the dice, and then I rolled a 19 with a 7 on the dice.
Second one misses, first one hits.
Cool. Here's the first damage then, and this is the silver bullet, by the way.
Ooh.
So it is
So
5.
15 points of damage. Let's go. That's going to be 87. All right. Giant hole opens up in the chest as you see the chain struggling to repair the damage that was there.
And for
You
the
guys
record,
are
that was
chunking this guy away.
he only had one silver bullet in each gun when he started, so the reload allowed him to put one back in the first shot.
Perfect.
I'm gonna take a second shot, which will be a regular bullet.
Go for it.
It counts as my third attack. Unfortunately.
Does
I think
not
that's
hit.
how it works. I just want to double check.
I think
Yeah, it
the
counts
way
as 2
is-
attacks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
it allows you to do 2 without getting the penalty, but then the third one is a third attack.
Correct. So,
So-
I just messed with the other one.
How do I want to do this? He looks dead in the eyes of Azuka. She goes, "So I would prefer any little bit of help that you might want to offer at this point in time. I'm
Who the
here
hell
to
are you
help
talking
after
to?
all.
Help who?
I'm talking to you. You see, it's very nice that you ended up coming to this place. This one specifically. That little ping you sent out was very helpful. Now, I could use some help if you would be so kind. Sir, please.
I think you're barking up the wrong.
Shut up, I'm not talking to you. I see how it is. Well, see, that's the lovely thing about this place. A lot of iron in these hills. As he reaches his hands out, you see the ground start to vibrate as these little, if anybody's ever put a magnet to the ground, it'll rip up these iron filaments. As all the iron in the area, bits of the car bits of the materials used to fix the engines, all the busted down cars, all the iron just starts getting magnetically drawn to this man as he heals himself. So let's go 4d10. All right, 43 points.
Holy crap.
Uh-oh.
99 minus 40, 50. Yeah, okay. I got my math right. Okay. 102 minus 43, 50. Why do I feel dumb? What is 102 minus 43? Mother of God. I just don't want to mess up on this.
59?
59? Perfect, that was correct. Okay.
Maths.
Math! Okay. With that, you see the iron go in and start to replace the chain that had been lost and fell to the side. He then takes a hand, throws it out as it shoots out 40 feet into the fire station. He's like, it seems I might have to change some tactics, and pulls himself inside, passing right by Kyoko. And as he does, he'll whip out a chain at you.
Ooh. All right, well, I'm going to retaliate.
Actually, does enfeebled, so that'd be plus 14, 17 hit.
No.
As he goes, he's still so heavily damaged as the chain is starting to repair himself, and the enfeeblement as he goes to throw weakens just a bit to where it hits right above you as he's going in, and he slams into, I'm going to say thematically
What
with the
about right
enfeeblement.
between my ears? Like the chain goes
right through.
Like
Love
you
it.
feel the air on him.
Love that. You smell the iron, you feel the air. And he just slams into the back wall of the fire station, knocking over an entire cabinet structure, just decimating it, and ending his turn.
Ooh.
So now he is out of sight of Mintala, Chuck, and Azuka on the far side of Kyoko. He went into around in a diagonal.
Went towards the car because I was standing by the car the whole time. I was still
so
by
the
the
car
door that I
is
was holding open.
The car was driven through the open.
Yeah, the garage.
Yeah, garage door. He went in at a diagonal around the wall, so he is now inside the building, staring directly at you.
How many feet away?
We say he was 35 feet away when he moved, so then he did a 40-foot movement, 10 feet.
Okay.
Now why don't we make this a little one-on-one dance?
I don't think you're gonna like that. I'm gonna
you have
use
no clue what I like.
two actions for manifold lives, and it's pretty ridiculous.
Ooh.
Basically, how I want this to play out is that I'm kind of like taking him back through his action, like taking his mind back through his actions to take different choices and paths.
Okay.
Version of it. I don't think it hits though. 24. Wait, no, it does because it just does damage. It's not. I think it's a DC.
It's a save, so it's a will save DC 20. All right. So then I roll a 2. No, this is gonna hit.
Yes.
2 plus 14 is 16. So he fails.
24 damage.
Oh. Describe how that looks.
It says basically you cast a creature's mind back through the time, forcing them to take other paths and other choices. So they have like alternate instances that they have, and then hopefully they regret them or something like that. And then the creature takes 66 mental damage and must attempt a will save after the effects. And I think if they fail, he didn't critically fail, right?
No.
So it was a 20 DC? Okay. The creature takes full damage.
He still rolled a 16.
And is stupefied for 2 for 1 minute. While affected, the creature must attempt another save at the start of its turn. On a failure, it is also slowed 1 for that turn as it sobs
Oh
uncontrollably.
my God.
So basically, I think she just puts out her hands, like the picture that I have of her fan art.
Mm-hmm.
She just puts out her hand and like tries to connect her mind to his mind and like take him back. Like she's almost envisioning his actions and he's envisioning them at the same time. Like we're sharing these memories and he's taking these actions that were negative and she's trying to make him realize what was wrong with them. Does that make sense?
Okay. So we're going to play this out. You go to cast this spell and this distortion shoots out in a bubble in all directions. You see a distorted figure of him move up from his body like a ghost, get launched backwards through time as if everything is playing in reverse, back to where he was before he grappled over, before he healed. You see there was a moment where Azuka thought, do I go from the right, go from the left? And he chose to go right. But then another distortion ghost shoots out from the other side, goes and hits him from the other one. Chuck was thinking, do I shoot him in the chest, leg, where do I aim? The other decision was made and it shoots him in the other side. Mentala was thinking, do I throw lightning? Do I do force? Both of these happening at the same time. It is a collision of timelines, of different fates, all happening to the same person. And then they all happen incredibly fast and he gets launched back into his body and you see holes that were on his body that weren't there before. Even if it's just mentally his body reacting to what he believes to be true. And there's like you see Chains trying to heal a wound that isn't there as his mental fortitude is broken. So you all see that, by the way, the fates changing the ghosts of yourself. This is a very cinematic event for all of you to witness Kyoko's strong power.
And I can never do that again today.
All right.
I mean, what a use.
I know.
That was perfect.
God, that's good.
Yeah.
And so he's also stupefied?
Stupefied too.
He's stupefied too.
Okay, so that was the last turn of Enfeebled, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So now he's...
And then on his next turn, he has to make another save, DC 20 will save. And on a failure of that, he's slowed 1, and he has to sob uncontrollably for that turn.
Jeez, that is terrifying. All right, with that...
Because he's sad about his bad decisions, you know?
I could have done this. I could have done this. This was so much better. I talked to him the way I shouldn't have. Well, they are going to be mad. You see him start to you see these oil black tears from one eye start to come down. And then with that, there was 2 actions.
I think when she sees the tears, Kyoko says, I don't think this is you. There's something else inside you. There's someone else there, isn't there? And because he said he was going to focus his efforts on me, I think with my other action, can I do a full defense type of thing? Just brace myself for whatever he might retaliate with?
I believe there is an action that is like that.
Yeah, what is it called?
Let me go to the actions. Aid, crawl, delay, drop prone, escape, interact. So elite ready? It'll be ready in an action.
No.
You could take cover behind something to give yourself, if you want to duck behind a metal
Betsy.
grate. That
Well, I
was
have the
holding
door of Betsy.
Yeah, you could easily just duck behind Betsy or behind the door itself and take cover. That would give you +4 to your AC
Okay.
and to reflex save against area of effects. Yeah.
Okay. That's what I'll do. Because Kyoko's he's not really a fighter. I can't do that very often. Just letting you all know.
That was really cool. I love that so much. And then after that, Mentala, how do you follow that? Gotta do something big. You're gonna blow up the station? Like what?
They're not that big. A little big.
Yeah. Your
from
predecessor
the
just
floor.
reversed time to hurt person. Like, come on. Like, oof.
So yeah, from the floor still. Pentala's gonna go, I need you back, big guy, and he's going to manifest Eidolon,
So
which is gonna take the entire turn but he feels sad. He's vulnerable without his big buddy.
So you go to cast this, you slam your hand on the ground to finish the spell, and a giant rocky arm shoots out of the ground. The construction materials and the rebar from your form before like magnetically slam back together as your counterpart pulls himself from the ground.
I am sorry, Mentala. He got the better of me.
He got the better of both of us. Don't worry about it. You did great.
It will not happen twice.
Let's do this.
All right.
And then,
Zuka.
wait, my guy, my Mephit, he's still chilling.
Good to see you, big guy.
We got the gang back together. Let's go. I mean, he's gonna, I think, just head after for now. It's probably gonna take like both actions just to chase him. As
he flies towards him, he's just hurling insults like, "Where you going, you pansy? Come back here!" Like just going for him.
Yeah, and his flying speed is 15, so he's only gonna move 30.
He gets to where Kyoko is then, so he's now next to the Duesenberg in the doorway of the garage door.
Yeah,
he's
getting
Roland
there.
now 10 feet away. So now, Azuka.
So I'm going to use an action to move up to him. I have a 40-foot speed of Arcane Cascade.
Love that.
So I think crackling with... So every time he casts a spell, the energy that crackles off of him seems to change with whatever it is. Basically, I get like extra force damage if it's an evocation. Depending on the school of magic, I get some extra damage, which I've been forgetting to add, by the way. So I'm going to remember to do it this time.
Oh no!
But
How
it's not
much
much.
damage would it have been? If you don't
3
mind me
extra
asking.
damage for each attack.
Since
The beginning of combat, it would have been 3
Do
extra
we
damage.
know
for every
how
attack.
many hits you have put against them?
I can literally just quickly count it, or
I think
like
it's
someone else can.
2
While I
or 3. If anybody in
2?
chat knows, please just type it
I
in.
think it's
I
two.
can.
It's in 2. Okay.
I
If it's in
think so.
2,
I'm
it'd be
gonna double
6
check.
extra.
Okay.
Some
then we'll
didn't
just
hit.
check
That's the
the force damage.
problem too.
That's
we can
one.
just, to not delay time, we'll say you get 6 extra damage if you hit on this turn.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna take my full movement to run
Two.
up to them.
2 is correct.
Okay.
2. Okay. So 6 force damage extra. To run up to them, I need to use one action to charge my fist. So my last action will be a normal punch, I think. As I say, you wanted a 1-on-1, then 1-on-1 with me. And I want to go for a roundhouse kick. And see if that lands. No, 17.
17 does not.
And that'll be the end.
Well, actually,
of my
does
turn.
Stupefy.
It doesn't affect AC. No.
Dang it. Okay.
So yeah, that'll be the end of my turn.
Yeah, as you go in to do this kick, you just like hit into the wall and all of your power, like you kick into the wall, break through a support beam, and it just stops just short to be able to hit him as the anger within you just made you that little bit inaccurate. Chuck, it's up to you.
I'm gonna do my dual weapon reload. One of my pistols, I'm putting 3 more silver bullets into them. So
Okay.
only one of my pistols will have that. So that counts as my one action. Then I can do my dual attack, which only one shot will be a silver bullet.
Okay, just let me know which.
Yeah, it'll be
First
it'll
or
be
second?
It'll be.
I guess it doesn't matter as long. Actually, it does.
No, it
does 'cause
matters.
of
Depends which one
damage.
It's
hits,
the
yeah.
first one. It's the first.
It was
one.
under my assumption because he can just shoot a fly at 100 yards away. So you said it was on the first one?
Correct.
Silver
Oh,
pings off.
dang.
Second one hits.
Dang.
So 3 damage on the second one.
You whip around to go to shoot, and you know exactly where he should be. As you go to shoot, Azuka goes right past you, incredibly fast. And to avoid shooting them, you have to aim it off to the side to make sure, as one bullet goes in, hits, scratches the shoulder, goes through Azuka's hair, and off and hits the wall to the side. So that's all 3. Back up to Roland.
Yep.
I promise I did not want it to be this way. I thought I could help you. Zuki here.
You act as if I need your help.
And you see just all of the motivation in Roland's face. Go, wait, did I do something wrong? Is it them? I can take care of them. As he throws out a chain of Kyoko.
Wait,
Which
is this his turn?
Yeah, after Chuck is rolling.
Did he do his will save first?
Ooh.
And because
Well,
he's
so-
enfeebled, he has a -2 to this.
Okay.
Stupefied. Yeah.
Or stupefied, not enfeebled, sorry.
So we'll take the first D20 roll as the will save roll,
And,
because that would have come first.
and the DC is 20.
DC's 20. So with that, it's an 11. And you said it was a -2?
Yep.
So then it would be 11 plus 14. So unfortunately, it does succeed.
Which means that they are now sobbing and slow 1.
He succeeded.
No, yeah, I succeed
Oh.
on the roll.
Oh.
My success is your failure, unfortunately.
Gotcha. I thought
hate
you said
that
you
it
had
has to be that way.
14.
It's 11 plus 14.
Oh.
He has a plus 14 to reflex, to fortitude, and to will.
Dang. That's beefy.
He's a big bad boy.
beefy.
Y'all messed up my big bad boy, Miss 41.
Yeah, well, he
points of
apparently
damage.
can
You
heal,
like,
so-
What are you talking about?
That was a cool
Yeah.
heal, though. He like took
It
all the
was.
stuff from the
Yeah.
room. It was freaking cool.
Like,
I swear to God, if parts of Betsy went into this guy, I'm gonna be so mad.
Betsy's
Little
powering.
bit.
He's powered by
Little bit.
Betsy.
He probably stole some of my rebar.
he did.
Oh, that's
actually.
true.
God damn it.
Part of your bed is in that thing now.
No!
sorry.
I love that. I love that so much.
Oh, you just gave me another one-liner.
Okay, go ahead. Sling
All right.
your chains at me.
So,
I have a +4 DC, so I'm currently
where you sitting?
I'm sitting at a 24.
So I have to roll 9 on this first hit.
It's got such good.
Plus 15. 29. So you're hiding behind the door. Sorry, Chuck. Throws
Sorry,
the
Betsy,
chain.
it's
It
gonna get
bursts
messed up.
through the window and hits into your chest, piercing you. You take 12 points of damage.
Okay.
I rolled a 1 on one of the damage die. And as it hits, he's going to grab it, and lightning is going to shoot through to try to stun you.
Okay. Ugh. No, I'm just kidding. That sounds
So go
more
ahead
like
and-
Mentala.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Go ahead and roll a fortitude save for the stun.
What am I trying to hit?
Well, he'll just let you know if you,
You have to beat
succeed or
20.
fail.
27. It was pretty good. 27 was
Does
pretty good.
Kyoko have this moment of like the electricity hitting and her not being affected? Like, do you want to role play that of like this successful moment?
Oh, because it's like the chain hits
He's-
her, but then the
yeah.
electricity.
So chain hits, embeds itself in you, lightning goes through, and it's, you know, you've been hit by this before, and this time it doesn't
I
stun
think
you.
because
This time you're able to resist it. And
um,
he's down there on the ground, one tear, and all of the motivation in the world lost from him. He's
I
panicking.
think because the last spell she did was that very divine spell. There's like almost like a little bit of like magic still like encompassing her, and I think
Okay.
it kind of just you if you were in slow mo, it'd be like whoosh, like a little like halter of like kind of keeping it at bay.
Feel free to
lightning
take
bolt.
cinematic
Yeah.
control of the moment. I'll adjust. Go for it.
Yeah,
Like,
so I think that's
anytime you guys
kind of
want
what
to.
happens. Like it encompasses it
I love that.
and then dissipates.
Some of his last action, where they are, as he rips the chain from Kyoko, as it's coming back, he's going to try to bind it around Izuka again. Make a reflex save. That's his third action.
12.
Yet again,
Yeah.
get wrapped up and bound. When that happens, Kyoko, you see a thread again, not following him this time, shoot around to the side of where Azuka could have been if that decision had been made, if that had been a success.
Question, the thing that he was trying to do to Azuka, is that a spell or no?
It is an ability. It's an offensive ability.
Okay, so that doesn't account as a spell, then I would assume.
Unfortunately, no.
Because there's other effects if he casts a spell. All right, cool.
All right.
Woo.
So he's not slow. Do I make a save against Stupefy?
No, you are stupefied for
1 minute.
1 minute. Yeah.
All right. Okay. With that,
The other one was for the slow, the potential slow.
as
if
you are
the
bound,
time took you.
gotcha. As you are bound in front of Roland, he just looks. He's like, I'm sorry. I thought I was helping you.
I'm gonna spit in his face.
I'm not even gonna have you roll for it. Something about that action. Just right. Now, why do I feel like that was a mutual decision for you? Maybe there is something that I did. I did help.
We'll kill you.
Oh, you sound so much the same. Okay. This will be good. As he's trying to rationalize something in his head. And with that, it is now Intella. No. That was Roland, the end of Roland's turn. Now it's Kyoko.
It'd be, yeah, Kyoko.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. And I am running out of things that I can do spell-wise.
I will say, while you're thinking, as he is talking to you, Azuka, chain is falling off of him. He is struggling to hold this form.
Okay.
You can even see the glitches of time as he's moving because of Kyoko's abilities. Like, I did good. No, you didn't. Like, just like glitches and refractions of his own self. Go ahead, Kyoko.
I think that Kyoko is going to... Does this guy look like he's not doing great right now?
Not at all. You mentally destroyed him. Chuck physically destroyed him. Like, Azuka motivationally destroyed him.
We'll see if this works.
God. Mintala made him feel like he couldn't even kill somebody. Like, this is just an entire failure for Roland.
Kyoko's going to step from behind the door and walk towards him.
Okay.
I need to get... Actually, yeah, I need to get within 15 feet of him, I guess.
Easily done. Easily
Oh, no,
done.
I don't need to. I can stay from where I am, but I can cast this at a point that's 15 feet close to him, I think, is how we had talked about it. But I think it's more dramatic if she walks over there and does it.
So we found out, we looked up the spell and it does not have like the range on it. It's a 15-foot cone from you.
Right. So she walks up. I don't know why I said that. And she's going to heighten this, and she just shouts like this horrifying, like yipping sound towards him into his head.
All right.
Him.
Heightened +2.
So a heightened means you do an additional 1d6 damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
1d6.
So it's
12 damage.
All right. Then Roland is going to make a fortitude save with a nat 1.
Woo!
So,
Critically fails. It also deafens them for 1 minute.
How do you scream this creature out of existence?
I don't think she screams necessarily, but it's like a haunting sound. It's like...
Describe your perfect murder.
I mean, it's a hymn, so maybe you're singing.
It's a song. But it sounds more like the yipping of a fox. So it's kind of like...
As you go up to do that, you see that energy that surrounded yourself before go into your throat and then out in this sonic cone. And then you just see Roland's eyes stupefied, distorted from time, morally, physically, mentally broken. You just see eyes get wide, and then a piece of his cheek starts to burn away. And the entirety of his body, the clothes itself, starts to burn. And the chain tung, 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 starts to fall to the floor. He goes, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. His entire body is engulfed in flames and he's burnt to cinders. And all that is left are his shoes, his tie, his ring. There's one more thing. Shoes, tie, ring, and the chain that was around his wrist. As Roland disappears.
You better be sorry.
Just from outside.
Yeah,
Love that.
I'm not even in visual range. I just I'm still on the floor.
I think...
Exactly. The chains that were surrounding Azuka actually fall to the ground and maintain. All the other chains disappear.
Kyoko just kind of stays in place and stands there. And it's almost like she comes back to after this hymn is played. Like just coming out of her. And she just slowly turns around and just kind of like staring at Azuka.
Did you use your focus spells? Did you use your like temporal powers? Do you have any of that residual curse?
Yes, I did use them.
So when you walk, you have a little bit of that distortion happening to catch up to you. It's like you move and then the distortion moves to catch up. There's always this half a second glitch about you as you're moving, and you take a second to calm yourself, and it dilutes it down to an almost imperceptible level, but it is still there for now.
Yeah, I don't know how you want to track those. Like, where should I put them?
I'm going to trust you. If you know what's going on and you know how it works, then I'm just going to say that you'll act accordingly.
Yeah, because I'm going to have some negative-ish effects. It's going to be great.
Whether it affects Kyoko emotionally, physically, it's up to you. As the last piece of fire starts to dissipate, Azuki, you're drawn into the white space. The entire firehouse goes negative. The walls turn white. Every corner turns into a rough outline of existence. There's still that shadowy portrayal of the world shooting out again. And you just hear,
Now why would you go and do a stupid thing like that?
as you look forward and see an inner shadowy humanoid sitting over a replica of Roland's body in front of you. And they are just seem to be finishing a conversation that you are just now becoming a part of.
A replica. So is the replica talking or just finished talking or?
The image of Roland that was there is just looking up at the figure and just crying. And you see like the hands reaching out and like trying to grab in certain sections. And when they do, grabs onto the shoulder and caresses the face, the shadow disappears and you see pale skin underneath. And when it caresses the face, you see the outline of a beautiful jaw with long white flowy hair for a moment. And then as that happens,
I said you failed.
Grabs it and rends it to the side as the replica gets dissipated. And then it turns to look at you, and you can see the pale blue eye and long white hair that comes from the shadow start to be concealed by the shadow yet again.
This is not a time for us to talk. Leave.
And you are sent away.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's just like suddenly zone out, my eyes roll in the back of my head, and then I come to it again.
And this is the first time you've been forcibly removed from that space. So you have that shock of coming back to reality.
Damn it.
You have these
fast.
residual emotions of conflict and anger and sorrow and regret, sadness, disappointment for about a second as they slowly hold and then rapidly fade away as if the emotions were not your own.
I will step out of the, I guess, hoop of chains that just fell down around me.
As you take a step away from them, there's almost this magnetic force that, like, as you were walking away, it almost tried to hold on and then dropped to the ground as you walked away, motionless.
I look back at them for a second, but then keep going. Is everyone okay? Who is that guy, and where is Chuck? Also, and I'll like walk out and point at Mentala question mark? At a Mentala question mark?
Hi.
Yeah, you got us. Didn't think these would be the circumstances.
We should probably talk, but let's make sure the door is shut before we do.
Got it.
I had a feeling something wasn't right. What's going on with
Who is
you,
this guy?
Azuka, though? He came here for
Huh?
you. And it wasn't
Yeah.
what we thought.
I'll be entirely honest, I'm still not sure. He was talking to me, but not talking to me. So I can only guess it has something to do with, the devil inside of me.
Cool.
Yeah.
Are we gonna be seeing some more crazy chain people coming trying to have a chat?
I don't know. This is honestly just as new to me as it is to all of you.
I don't think that'll
Well, it
be the
seems
last
like-
time.
Well, it seems like it's not new to them. They
No.
recognized you.
Excuse me. Who are you?
I'm gonna just kind of walk into the shadow and take the hat off, and he's just gonna walk back out.
When you
Where
take
you
the
go-
hat off inside the shadow, you see a bit of the darkness return to it from the hat.
Mm-hmm.
So it's almost as if it borrowed the shadow.
Where you going? Okay.
Well, you see, guys, that man is the man of my past. And he sets the hat down on the hood of Betsy.
Like peer at the hat from down the ground, like that kind of takes the wind out of my sails.
It's a good hat.
What do you mean? You've been here before?
Oh, the hat's off. You can see it's Chuck now.
I know. She's talking to Chuck.
Oh, yeah. No. You see, you remember that warehouse we saw, or had you guys in. So one of my
Yeah,
safe
couldn't
houses.
forget that.
Yeah.
They
Let's
got
just
nice
say,
stone.
let's just say that was my secret identity that allowed me to act in ways that my public face cannot be shown in.
So you have some shape-shifting of your own that you can do.
It's more so I'm too well known that if my face gets out, the people that I went after back in the day would find me, and I would not be here today.
Zika the whole time is like looking at you, and then at the hat, and then at you. It just goes, I don't know. The other guy was, I don't know, a little less, I don't know. He was way more muscular, and he's gonna grab your arm and like to squish it. Like, oh no, oh no, I'm not buying it. Where is he? Where did he go?
I bet you your moms would remember the articles written about the.
I'm glad you finished that sentence because you started with, I bet your moms will remember, and I was like, okay, are we gonna fight right now?
No. I mean,
Wait, do you have a cool name?
Are
the
you
papers always
Shadow
just
Man?
called me. The papers always called me the gunman.
Very on the nose.
I like Shadow Man.
Shadow Man sounds pretty cool, honestly. Yeah.
Interesting.
Either way, when the hat's on, if you guys can.
Ooh, cool hat guy. Yeah,
I don't know. I think he kind of went downhill. Shadow Man was good and just went down from
cool
there.
hat
Hold on.
guy.
Regardless of me, Mintala glowy thing.
Oh, no, I'm Mintala. This is Red.
Hi, I'm Red.
We like to play tricks on people sometimes.
Oh, we got you.
We like to see how far we can go before anyone spots it. Usually
took
it
you
doesn't
guys a
end with me
while.
dying, though. I don't know why I'm still alive.
Had a feeling something was off about you. But I suppose each of us has our own thing, don't we?
I am sorry, Mintala. I tried to take what I could of that blow, but you got through me.
It's not your fault. It's not your fault.
I will be better.
Well, not to break up this conversation, but we probably shouldn't stay here for very much longer.
Yeah, well, the way the dude hit Betsy, it's gonna take me a lot longer to repair her fully.
Well then, I suppose
I
we
will
should change
say-
our focus.
The anxiety that you felt does completely disappear. All of the emotion. When you had that vision of people dead at the gas station, the rest of that vision was turning and seeing Roland having been successful. So by altering where you were and at what time in your precognizance, you were able to alter the event entirely.
And I will say this. If he's the master to that one, whatever's inside you, Azuka, probably the master of others.
Yeah. Yeah. When I have more information on that, I'll let you know. But right now, I don't really have anything. I only really realized this was a thing when all of you did, actually. So,
Is he
Yeah.
telling the truth? Can I, sense motive that?
I'm going to let you and Drag play this out.
yeah, I'll be down. Let me actually just remember if I am lying, guys. 'Cause,
Because before you met us, something was talking to you in your head.
was that before?
I'm going to message you something.
No, that was the first time. That night was that day at the cafe was the first time it happened. After the fight, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. yeah, I've always had like anger issues, but that day after the attack at the diner was the first time I'd ever
She's still
interacted with.
suspicious.
He's
So-
still technically lying. Now that I remember, he's still technically lying.
Yeah, she would still be like.
so
so is
I'll
that
roll.
what would I roll for that?
Did it roll? There we go.
Deception, but what am I countering with that?
That'll be perception. For reading someone, I believe.
Ooh.
28 and 22. We both rolled in the 20s. High rollers.
Yeah. But no, yeah, I think you notice and kind of like, I think it's a classic like lying behavior of like looking away from you, looking in the top left corner or something like that, as they're thinking too hard about their words.
She just kind of like has like a squint that looks at you like she's reading through what you said. Look, kid, we can't protect you if you don't tell us all the truth. We need to come into this knowing everything that we can, so that when we're up against Chain Lord again, or whoever else might be coming along, we know what to do. Or we know what you're gonna do.
When
There's
Kyoko says Chain Lord, you hear in the back of your mind just,
They did have a name. Can you at least respect that?
She knows his name is Roland, but that's okay.
I think being caught in his lie, having that voice pop up, he doesn't have time to like hide it on his face. So I think again it's very clear, like he kind of turns to the side a little bit as if someone just suddenly spoke in his ear, before trying to quickly look back to Kyoko and just go, if there's anything important, I'll let all of you know, I promise, but there's nothing important that will help us right now. I have a devil in me and people want it for whatever reason. I have no idea who it is, what it is. I don't even know its name. I just know it's in me. And people find it interesting, speaking to it rather than me.
But what you think is important might not be the same as what we think is important. Sometimes the smallest little pebbles can make the biggest change.
It's a smile from Mentala.
Yeah.
and Red kind of puts up a little hand to fist bump.
It's true.
Oh, cute.
You know, when you're in the bedroom, sometimes there's kinks that people like, and that makes all the difference.
Why did we turn it into what's happening?
How did we get here?
I'm not sure, honestly, Red. Okay, I'm gonna just try and like move that out of my head. I don't want to imagine that kind of stuff. Okay. Until the whole thing that happened at Sunrise Diner, the most I had experienced that I'm now learning was the doing of this devil was a lot of anger. Just small things would set me off, but I've been working on that for the past few years, thanks to my mums and Cade. So that was manageable. But then after the diner, I was heading over to Chuck's car and walked by one of the bone mafia people, the boneheads. I don't know. I'm not sure what we named them. And some of the energy that was coming off of them hit me. And then suddenly I wasn't there anymore. I was somewhere else, but also there at the same time.
When you start to talk about this,
Be careful what truths you reveal. I would like to remain hidden.
Everything was white, but still there.
Silence.
You.
and I need you to make me a will save.
Okay.
Ooh.
nat 20.
Dang!
Let's
Heck
go.
yeah, Azuka! 29.
Will
I
be
think-
quiet.
As
Can I
when that
describe
happens,
what this looks like?
100%. As he says silence, Kyoko, you see, like before when you saw the strands connected to the arms, these little strings try to go and hold Azuka's mouth shut. And then, Azuka, what do you do?
I think, and you can obviously counter this if you want, but I think at this point, Azuka's kind of just. I think he's annoyed. I don't think he's angry. I think he's over the past few years he's been able to. No, I think with the thing with Azuka, he is angry. He's almost always angry, but he's able to control it, keep it under control. But I think with this nat 20, I think having felt what it's like to be forced out of that space, I think my eyes roll back in my head as I force myself back into the space. And I want to
Let's do this!
and I'm going to grab as best as I can this shadowy creature, because now that I've seen that it's roughly humanoid, I think it'll be easier to grab by the throat and say, no, you be fucking silent. And then my eyes roll back in front of my head. It's a very split second for everyone else, but like this takes like a minute or so.
When we're going to create this as a physical representation of that nat 20 will save, when you do this in the confidence in everything, strings shoot down from the ceiling and grab onto the shadowy figure this time and pull him back and out. And as you are leaving that white space, you see him bound and he just goes,
Mark my words, I will.
and you are out.
Sorry. Where was I?
You good there?
Beautiful.
Yes. I'll get to that part in a bit. Actually, that's coming soon. Like I said, I was in a white space. I was still there outside of the diner, but everything was just washed out, and I met the person I'm assuming was the devil inside of me. I didn't see any real features. It was just shadowy. I'm not sure how I ended up there, and apparently he wasn't sure how I ended up there either. So that was an interesting thing, but we spoke. I asked questions, got no answers. And then he offered to make a deal with me.
Please tell me you didn't take the deal. What did I tell y'all about deals with devils?
Nothing then. But my parents had just been attacked by creatures I had no idea about until that day. They have no way of saving themselves. If you weren't there, if Cade wasn't there, they would be dead right now. And I needed something to ensure their safety. So they said that they'll give me the power to do so. But apparently, along with it, was a very talkative devil. So,
You made the deal.
that's what happened just now. He tried to threaten me to stop talking. I don't know. But I think he should be quiet for a bit. I haven't accepted any of the power yet, so I haven't used my anger or anything he's really given. Honestly, I'm kind of saving that for a break for emergencies kind of deal.
Let's all give Azuka a break. I mean, when you're in a situation where you feel fragile, a situation where you seem you can't get out of, when people you care about are in harm's way, wouldn't you do anything to protect them? If somebody offered you a hand, wouldn't you take it when it seems like there's no other options out there?
Well, depends on what the decision is and what actions I can take in the moment. Sometimes the easiest one is not the right path.
Sometimes it seems like the only path at the time.
I appreciate
Usually
the
always.
sentiment, but I wouldn't change what I did.
I understand that. But then we have to reap the repercussions of it.
I'm fully aware.
And if
Thank
we're
you
going
for
to be with
sharing.
him, I think we should do everything we can to help him.
I agree. Actually, if we
And as he walks forward to go put a hand on Azuka, he slips on the ring. It falls to the ground as the ring that was on the Chain Devil's fingers ting, 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 off to the side.
My bad. Okay, sorry. I broke the floor. I'm
Okay.
It's fine. It's fine. This place is abandoned anyway. Who cares?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Kyoko will look at the ring. What does it look like?
It looks like a ebony black ring with red infernal sigils along the outside. You can definitely feel a magical aura from it.
Okay. I would see Kyoko looking at that and be like, "Can I take a look at that?"
You're not going to put it on, are you?
No promises, honestly.
Oh, we should figure out what it does before anybody puts it on. Kyoko
I
will
kind of point it and go, "I can read Infernal,"
Kyoko will pick it up and hand it to him.
and I'll read it.
Ooh, okay. It is translated arcane script that has it tells of an abjuration effect mixed in with luck. And as you're reading it, the red just goes and goes. And on the inside, you notice it says, for the Duke.
Okay. I will relay this. See abjuration magic going on here. I think I recognize some of these phrases from Lessons of Cade as like telltale signs of abjuration magic. Something about luck. And I think this part isn't actually just anything arcane. I think it's just a name. The Duke. For the Duke.
Our world and the other world both have dukes.
Yeah.
What's the other world, though? Sounds like some kind of protection charm.
Yeah. What about
Seems
these other
there's some-
things?
I don't know, shoes, chains.
Yeah.
I don't know, these shoes, they look about my size?
How tall are you?
Chuck?
Yeah. No, Tyler, I really wanted to think about a gift I wanted to get you. I was going to head over to Dick's Sporting Goods later.
Listen, okay? You know, people ask me my height all the time. It's
I mean, yeah.
6'1", which is
5'8".
happens to be the same height as Chuck, so, you know.
Just so happens. It might be a little small.
So they're not size 12 is what you're saying.
They are not size 12 now.
Dang.
You were taller than Roland.
I can't remember how tall I am. How tall did I say I was?
Also, while we're having this conversation, I think you slowly see Kyoko's fur on near her ears kind of changing from orange to like almost gray. And even her hair is turning gray and her skin is looking paler. Normally it's like almost orangey tan.
Yeah.
Now, is this shifting
she-
or is it permanent?
She kind of looks older and like, yeah, it's kind of shifting. Like little bits of her look like they're not. It's weird stuff's going on.
You're looking a little peaky over there, Kyoko. You okay?
I'm not feeling my best.
You have to worry about a devil jumping out of you?
No devil. Just need some time. Time
Well,
to
I imagine
heal.
there's a bed upstairs in this firehouse. If you need to lay down.
I'll need some rest.
Yeah. I kind of think we all do. I'm gonna look down at these chains
Mm-hmm.
because they kind of like move towards me for a second before going kind of limp. Do I notice any? I'm not gonna touch it. I think I'm gonna stay at a distance first, and just see what I can gauge from these things.
You do see towards, like, you have your length of chain. If you look towards the bit that was holding onto you, there is some runic structure there. It seems like it could be something.
Okay. I think these chains are something different as well. All the other ones kind of disappeared with him, but except for these ones.
These were the ones that were directly bound to his forearms.
His forearm. Okay.
This is basically just a matter of course, but just in case. I have the ability to innately cast Detect Magic, so I'll do that. But it's the
Lovely.
most basic form of Detect Magic you've got. I can tell if there's magic, and that's all I can tell. And I can't
I
detect
think they're
illusion
pretty
magic.
magical.
Like just in case the shoes are just shoes, you never know.
You see a faint magical aura around the boots, the necktie, the ring, and the chain. The
Okay.
ring has more of like a reddish dark aura. The chain has more of a red. The boots, just pure blue arcana. And the tie has this faint white aura.
I like ties. I wear ties. I'll take the tie.
So Chuck walks over. It's like a Vanta black tie, by the way.
Yeah,
Very
I can read
stylish.
auras on items, but it also doesn't really tell me what. Detect this. Yeah, it doesn't really tell
Well, it
me.
actually
And
does.
it says the
Yeah.
School of Magic, but it doesn't really give me.
Mine doesn't
Listen,
even do that.
So
Guy gave
Chuck,
me more than I
when you
really
grab the
deserved.
tie,
But as he's grabbing the tie, he's gonna say, "Listen, everyone. There's the way you do things, and there's the way that humans do things.
So the minute
Sometimes
you
you
touch
just
the
gotta
tie-
jump in."
the minute you touch the tie, you pick it up and you look at it, and you guys see Chuck stare at this tie as all of the light seems to be grabbed, much like what happens with Vanta black ties. Nothing happens. You pick up a tie.
Seems fine. It's just a tie.
Well, usually these types of things take time. You have to commune with them to some extent.
Oh, I was just gonna throw it in my bag. I'm not putting it on now. I gotta fix the car.
Well, I'll just
It's
be
usually
careful.
good to take a good look at them before you try wearing them, just in case they're cursed.
Exactly.
I'm decent at working that stuff out. I can take a look at everything.
Cool.
Yeah.
You got
I'm gonna
boots,
find the
you got
best
a
for the
ring,
job.
and you got a wrist chain.
I'm only
My
really good
Arcana
at
is actually. Oh, my Arcana's not
seeing-
actually that great. It's a +8 to the roll.
seeing the
Well, this
history
might be
of
better.
items
I got +6.
for Arcana.
All right. Just go ahead and roll me an Arcana check. Anybody who's looking at it. How about this? Each of you
I'll
pick
take
up
a
an
look.
item, and that Arcana will be investigating that item.
I'll check out the chain.
I think Kyoko is going to shift back into her normal
A 9.
Her
form
foxy
no,
form.
Fox form.
and
Mhm.
kind of curl up and sleep.
Oh,
She's very slow.
I'll take a look at the boots.
Nothing happens when you grab the chain, but you do know that it's magical. What do you do with the boots? Big team, solid. You definitely know the magic.
I think walks up to them, walks around a bit, just kind of looking all around in case there's any inscriptions, and just work out what I can work out before I touch it, and then we'll start picking them up.
You know how inside of a shoe it'll have like the details of what the shoe is, you know, like this is a size 10, blah, 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 blah. Under that does have some pure arcane script around the outside. And you notice that the detail work inside this very nice looking shoe, like the little Oxford details, has this airy breeze kind of inscripted on the side.
Okay.
I think that makes him fly. Azuka calls out from earlier. They was kind of hovering.
Also, these shoes currently, I like because they're magic, they might change size, but currently they are nearly as long as Mintala is tall. So I think like in response, like it's like Mintala's like he's got the shoe up and he's like inside it. He's like got it over him as he's like reading this big label, and he's like, "Yeah, I think you're right. He was standing on air."
As you step inside it, the shoe shoots up and latches onto your foot. It just goes perfectly sized to your foot.
I just like flip over.
It is the most comfortable
fall
shoe you have ever felt.
Like, oh, whoops. Oh.
You got one on.
I grabbed the other one and put it on.
It goes right into your feet. Magic shoes.
Mentala, I can't keep calling you Dirtbag anymore. I guess you're now Firefly.
So
like
you
it.
have picked up a little homebrewed item of mine called the air step boots, which is as an action you can solidify the air underneath your feet to hold your position wherever you may be.
And then can you like walk upstairs kind of deal, or is it like you jump and you? Okay, cool.
You could jump and then make it happen. You can walk up. So
Don't
you just
you
can
already
kind of
fly?
walk.
Yeah, I was gonna say, doesn't Mintala already
I was
fly?
like, don't you
He
already
has-
fly?
Actually, no.
He has wings, but you know, soda penguins. So
Okay.
Sort of penguins. You're like a chicken. You're like a
Technically,
chicken.
no.
You're like a chicken. You glide.
So
Penguins
Sprite.
have fins.
Oh my god. So Sprite flight is burst. They can jump really well, you know?
Like a chicken. They're
Yeah,
chickens.
like a chicken. Oh god, that's funny.
I'm
So,
now
yeah.
curious who
Sprites.
these boots were meant for, and now that Mentala has them, I'm laughing.
So sprites originally could just fly wherever they like, but when they spend too much time in the like in a non-fey place, they eventually become I think grounded, I think. And especially if
That makes
sprites
sense.
then have sprites outside of fey places have children, the children can't fly. They can walk, they can
Aw.
flap a bit, they can kind of like no, and then they fall.
Aw,
So wait,
cute.
are you a child?
He looks pretty young.
You gotta
I mean,
learn. You
he's
gotta
a
learn
sprite,
about him
so-
in game. You don't know.
He's
He
a
is
sprite.
also
They might
9
kind of
inches
all
tall.
Spoilers. That's like after show material.
He's also
Sorry,
9
sorry.
inches tall.
Yeah, he's little.
So yeah, you see him like, I guess to test it out, he goes like and then he like crouches down and then just like jumps up and like the wings are going, "Duh!" He like going up and up and up and gets like 7 feet up before he like hits the top and like can't get any more height out of it, and then he goes and tries to activate the boost. Does it work?
This little bit of air right underneath you, there's a flash of solidified, and then boom, and you're on ground.
It works. Nice.
And you just see
I
him
like try and
up in
like
the air.
walk up.
I imagine you're like
Do you
at
walk
my
up these
chest
imaginary,
level.
like, as you step, it actually forms like a little, like, what almost appears to be like kind of cloudy glass. Like, and you could just walk up.
This is awesome.
Is there like
And then like I
having
think
fun?
like he does it again. He like crouches down and he jumps up and he flaps and he gets another higher point.
Ping, 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 ping. You just see Mentala jumping around the fire station, going from point to point, having this pseudo flight capability for the first time as a sprite, getting to see and do something that innately was taken from you. But you feel right being able to do this because you have eons of evolution telling you that flight is good, and now you're finally able to be up in the air.
Like from like some rafter, you see like a step about and he's like, "Can I keep these?"
I might want them. Let me try.
Sure, let's try it. And he like jump down and like boop, boop, Boop just like making points to land on and just stop my fall because I don't have like innate feather falling abilities. I don't think I can like glide with these. It's like I can jump and I can flap and then I fall.
Whatever your sprite wings allow you to do, but
I'm
get
just
them
like,
on red, and then red's just like,
Oh, no, I don't like this. I like ground.
he takes a step up, and he's like a little off balance. He's like,
No, I like to be touching the ground. This is not fun. I don't like this. Why do you like this?
I like this too because I don't trust Brick for Brains to disable them above Betsy here. And
Hey.
Brick for Brains would definitely become a wrecking ball to Betsy.
Concrete.
Okay.
Yeah, there's brick in there.
Yeah, but the concrete center.
Hmm.
I felt
Okay,
left out not
concrete
having
core.
a brain, so I made one. It's a little mushy. Never set. Sloshes.
I'm putting the boots back
Yep.
on.
I'm gonna get some sleep.
Oh, and by the way, if anyone's wondering what happened to the Air Memphit, like 30 seconds after the fight ended, he just like
see you later, bud.
Yeah, like while everyone was talking, Mattel was just like as he disappeared.
lights up another cigarette, and goes, "All right." Just falls into the ground
Till
and just kind of
next
melts
time.
away.
Yeah, he only lasts for
Exactly.
a minute.
Okay. So Izuka has. We'll leave the other items for whenever you guys want to do that. Do you guys find places around to sleep? Fire stations do have bunk rooms, so you'll find abandoned and dusty, but a solid room.
I think when I find a room, I'm gonna like try out the chain just to see if I can. I won't try it out first. I'll try and read the infernal within it, and if I can gauge who exactly this is for.
So this is a like a spell focus kind of thing. It's a kind of a magical +1 kind of focus. So anybody who would use it would have a +1 to their spell save DCs for the class DCs.
Okay.
As well as when you put it on, you feel an innate knowledge. This is the funny part. You feel an innate knowledge of where you are.
Okay. I think he is like, oh, got a boring one, and just goes and kind of
Because your Arcana was not the highest. I'm not going to give you the full description, but
yeah,
maybe if you spend some time with it.
yeah. But yeah, I think after seeing Mintala does bouncing all over the place, he's like, oh, this is gonna be fun. It's gonna be really cool. And then it's like, I know where I am. Okay. I guess they're not all winners.
That's beautiful.
And just try to just kind of like toss the chain to the side of whatever bunk he took and try to get some sleep.
All right.
Imagine Mentala sleeps on a pillow. If there's a pillow, he finds it and uses it as a bed.
Easy enough.
And he dreams of his sprite scale dollhouse back home.
Which now makes so much more sense about why he had a dollhouse. Okay.
Dude, now I want to know how fancy this dollhouse was.
Yeah.
Pretty nice.
Yeah, you got to share some images with the
Very
party
cheap
tier.
for material costs.
Yeah, there was that. I think it was like a Matt Damon movie where he got shrunk and his like $100,000 was like $2 million. It's basically that.
Downsizing.
for Mentala. Yeah, downsizing.
Yep.
I mean, the wood necessary to get like a Barbie-sized chair. Not much, you know.
Yep.
I'm
so just
thinking
build
like those
a giant
1930s
apartment in one room
dollhouses.
of an apartment.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well.
Yeah.
Every house is a mansion for you.
Yeah, you can have like a 7-floor penthouse and it just takes up like a cupboard.
Perfect. So with that, you guys find comfort and rest. And Izuka, because of that nat 20, you sleep so soundly. You have a comforting dream. You're back at the diner. Nice morning. Great. You wake up feeling a sense of comfort and emotional stability that you have not felt for a long time.
I think again, especially since I slept so well, I think I'll wake up pretty early.
Sure.
Like 5 a.m., 6 a.m. in the morning.
And it's a fire station. There's a little workout center. It's mainly just dumbbells and a punching bag, but hey.
Yeah. I'd like grab the chain with me. It's just very much like, I mean, we got it, so we might as well keep it. And we'll go over to the little workout station and just do a few workouts while you wait for everyone else to wake up.
Yeah. When you grab it, it does try to like wrap around the forearm. You don't feel anything. There's no like odd sensation. It just like, it's just how it feels.
I would let it, but then if it goes to the point where it would cover up the arm wraps, I think that's when I like pull it off.
Would you put it on the monstrous hand, or would you put it on your normal hand?
Probably my normal.
Okay, so it just goes up, wraps around, and holds.
Can I still see the wraps?
Yeah.
Because both arms.
The wraps are only on your monstrous arm, right? No.
No, don't.
You have
They're on both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can still see them. You know, it's only like a single line of chain. It's not like a super.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not like 5 links. You can't see it through the thickness of the chain on your arm, but yeah.
Okay.
Very God of War style, just wrapped around up top.
Okay.
Goes up to like a little bit below the elbow.
Okay, sounds good. Then yeah, I'll go to a little workout station and just be pumping some iron while I wait for everyone else to wake up.
Is this
Fantastic.
considered a long rest?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
You guys sleep so soundly.
All right.
What are the
Otherwise,
heals
I was
for
going to
long
be
rest in
enfeebled
Pathfinder?
4, just so you all know.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Long rest, I
I
think
was
you
in a
just
pickle.
regain. It's like normal D&D, you gain
Yeah.
full health.
Reset everything.
Really?
Chuck, I'm assuming you spend time and fix up Betsy overnight. You're a fast worker.
Let me check.
I mean, he would probably clean out the inside of the car and sleep in Betsy. And then in the
As-
morning, you'd hear him working on the car.
As you are cleaning out the inside, and you're fixing everything up, you see that broken console that was there, and you see a watch on the floor. Almost as if something had fallen out of the console.
Why would a watch be in my car and not be my watch? Maybe he'll pick it up and look at it.
It says Betsy on the side.
The hell?
And you see the little purple glow that was the navigational section of the car. Just like, as you grab it.
Suppose I'll just put this on.
Okay.
Cool, I have a watch now.
It has a nice purple glow on the dial. Pretty nice. You fiddle with it a little bit. You see like the dial can turn and do all this really fun stuff. You're like, oh, that's interesting. And you tap it and Betsy turns on, roars to life.
That's fancy.
You tap the center and pull back towards the 6, and Betsy goes backwards. Starts to drive, and you turn the dial, and it starts to turn the steering wheel.
This'll be fun. Ooh, I have a prank for my friends in the morning.
All I ask is we get a Mean Girls scene of somebody talking, having a conversation, then just getting run over. That's all I ask. Okay.
Also, I was wrong. Pathfinder is way more brutal with the long rest.
Really?
Yeah.
Only gain your constitution modifier times by your level in health.
That's what I was
okay.
thinking.
So
yeah.
So
Con
38
mod.
would be
Yeah,
6.
con
What
mod.
if your con mod is 0?
Then you gain 0
1.
plus your level.
It's
Okay.
minimum 1. So still, you act as if it's 1, and then you times it by your level, and you earn that much back.
Oh, you times it by your level.
Yes.
I will say that you guys maybe did a couple medicine checks at night.
Yeah. I mean, I
And
didn't
with-
get
If
hurt.
I had known that, I would have cast.
Yeah.
my focus spell, Lifelink Surge, as many times as I'm allowed.
Yeah. Whatever you guys think is necessary to do before you go to bed, to burn spell slots, to heal, to use your crystals from Kyoko, like burn everything you got. You guys could probably get each other up to full, like with everything.
I didn't get
Medicine
hit
check,
that
dude.
entire fight.
Was never after you.
Again. Yeah.
He's trying to isolate you.
Yeah.
How does medicine check work again?
You roll against a desired DC to get either 2d8, 48, or 2d8 plus something. So it's like you
probably want me doing that.
Oh.
Yeah.
He can do it now. Actually, he's a battle medic, so he has a pretty solid medicine.
Okay.
So
if you're good at rolling.
I mean,
so you can roll a
rolled really
medicine
bad.
check. If you beat a DC 15, you
What's
can
your
do
skill?
2d8.
In medicine.
My skill in medicine, I have a trained 6. So yeah.
I'm 8. I have 8 as my
Damn.
modifier.
Over 50-50 shot either time for both of you.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm
I
just
already-
going to,
Bad.
I
for the
already
sake
rolled.
of time, I'm going to say that you guys heal up to full.
Healed up.
You have enough between all of you to heal up all of your stuff.
I do have also my crystals, like
Oh
you
yeah,
were saying.
like I said, you guys have a surprising amount of healing. It's just not combat healing,
Yeah.
you know?
Well,
Gotcha.
my spells can
You
heal,
do.
but yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if we always want to use all my spells for healing, but I think most of them we will. I also have a spell that I haven't used yet, but
Mhm.
Interesting.
I'm saving it for something.
All right.
Are you freely saying we're full
Um,
up then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go for
that's
it.
what he's saying.
For now. Does Kyoko fiddle with the ring at all?
I gave the ring to Azuka, so I don't
Okay.
have it.
Oh yeah, I didn't give that back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, I would have put the
Kyoko
ring
was resting.
I would have put the ring on after how disappointed I was with the chain.
You put the ring on and it tightens to fit you perfectly. And the ring around the outside, it was like this dual textured. So where like it has like a inner ring, a rail of like this titanium within this like ebony material around the outside that could spin. And as you put it on and sync it, the runes flare up. And it effectively is called the Ring of Devil's Luck. You can re-roll a saving throw once per day.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's nice.
Okay, how would I interpret that?
So
I
you
think I just been like feel
spin the
lucky, I
ring.
guess.
It's kind of like one of those fidget spinners. You can spin it
Yeah.
around.
Oh,
So
well,
with
let's
intention.
mess with it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So Azuka has a fidget spinner now. Love that.
I think I already have some stim toys already, so I think he's good on that. He'll kind of spin and be like, I haven't been really getting hit much. I don't think I need the luck. And I'll remove it, and I think I'll go over to Kyoko if she's still asleep and like set it.
You get the chain. I don't like this. You get the ring.
And I'll set the ring in front of Kyoko. I don't know if she's still asleep by the car or.
Yeah, she's probably
Yeah.
just like curled up in a little foxball and like using her 9 tails as like pillows and a little
pillow.
blanket.
Yeah,
It's
I'll
kind
just,
of adorable.
very quietly set it down beside her.
And I think you
So
can
you
kind of see her fur coming back to her normal, and she's looking less like distorted and aged.
Yeah. And then
Sounds good.
tiptoe away.
All right. Wake up, brand new day. Guys are set. But getting close to the end for today. So I feel as breakfast is being made, surviving the encounter, getting your new magic items. Well done. Good job. As the audience and the camera pan out from the garage door and up into the sky and into the clouds.
Who's making the breakfast? I feel like we need a breakfast roll to like throw back to another show that we used to run where we used to roll our food checks
I'll
every
make
time.
I love
breakfast.
this.
Okay.
I worked at a diner.
Oh yeah,
right?
you
I'll
worked at a
probably make
diner. That makes sense.
If anybody
Do we
rolls a
have the
nat 20 on
materials
this,
to?
if anybody rolls a
nat
nat 20,
20,
I'll give you guys all temporary hit points for the next day.
Oh snap!
A nat
Pressure's
20 on
on.
what?
A nat 20 on a
Cooking.
breakfast check.
breakfast
What's
check.
the what do we
Okay. See if-
roll?
How do we
If,
calculate breakfast checks? What
I
did you
literally
guys do
looked it up.
before?
It's,
Well, That was a different
survival
system
check.
that specifically had it. Survival makes
survival
sense
Yeah,
to me.
survival makes sense.
Survival.
Yeah.
You need food to survive.
I have a 7.
Yo,
for this.
Azuka's parents have a massive survival score then.
My survival
There
was
you go.
terrible. I'm only a cook in story, not
I
in
will give
mechanics.
you a +5 circumstance bonus for story reasons. Like this
Okay.
is, yeah.
Okay, let's
Specifically
see
when
how
cooking
bad this
breakfast
is.
because you have a diner that serves a lot of breakfast.
You should add a roll
Yeah.
that's just your breakfast roll.
Yeah.
Just
More breakfast.
Actually, yeah.
And then
Okay,
now you
hold
have to re-roll because our rule is you re-roll.
Well, that was
Go for it.
that was Chuck.
You know,
Yeah, I rolled a 60.
Oh, okay.
Doing solid.
I have a +0.
Survival
So.
is usually
Why is
what-
Chuck rolling breakfast? Are you just doing it for funsies?
yeah,
Oh, I
everyone can
thought we
do
were
it.
all rolling.
No, just
'cause I
just who's
feel
cooking breakfast.
You're all talking about like this is what ingredients you guys can scrounge from the fire station, what you have with the supplies. Of course, you can help Azuka while it's
You want
happening.
us all to roll?
Sure, why not?
Okay. Oh,
You were not helpful. You were not helpful at all. You
Oh,
I have the
no.
highest. I have the highest bonus. What? I have the highest bonus
24.
I rolled of not one.
Oh, you
24.
rolled a
Not crit.
19.
Yeah, I was so
Temporary
close to
close.
that 20.
Temporary HP. That's hilarious.
That's hilarious. I love that so much.
You were too sleepy.
Oh
No,
yeah, that
you're
makes
too
sense. She's
sleepy.
too sleepy. She doesn't feel
Yeah.
good.
For 20.
She just had a massive curse, so
So you're
We're
going
hoping
to
for a
cook and you're
20,
like
instead we
a
got a
little
19 and a
tired.
1.
You're a little tired and you're like frying up some bacon or something and you're just like kind of nodding and you're like, oh, I just need oh god, and Azuka like comes over like, no, let me
Let me
fix
handle it.
this.
You don't put water in the oil. That just starts a fire.
Chuck is cooking with Betsy's engine heat, so
What?
your
are you-
food is
oh,
burning.
God.
Make a breakfast saving throw.
Too many cooks in the kitchen.
Doing engine block bacon.
Perfect.
Oh god. All right, everybody.
You can do that. You can cook on your.
Yeah.
I will say, great job today. Y'all did wonderfully.
All right. Well, with that, what's the temporary HP? Do we get it, or does it have to be a nat 20?
It was,
It had
a
to be a nat
19,
20.
19
Oh,
wasn't it?
it has to be
I was
nat
1
20.
away.
All right. Well, with that, we hope you all enjoyed our lovely episode here, Unchained. Although we're not really, we still have the chain, so
Yeah.
I'm a little scared to put that chain on.
Azuka broke his chains.
It's true.
Mm.
Yeah.
everybody broke Betsy's windows.
Actually, it was
Sorry.
all Roland. It was
Yeah.
every single time it was Roland.
Oh, yeah. Hey, when you duck behind the car for defense and the defense gets attacked,
Look,
damage
it was
happens.
+4 AC. I was like, all right, I'll take it. And he's still somehow
All I'm gonna
moving.
say is
Chuck can
there
fix it,
better
you're
be
fine.
replacement windows on that fire truck that's outside still.
Okay. I don't know if they'll fit. But
She's
we hope that we hope that you enjoyed the show, and of course, we're going to be recording an after show after this, which I'm sure you'll want access to because we always talk about little secret things in there and our stars and wishes for upcoming episodes. And of course, we would like to thank you all for joining us. We hope you enjoyed it. We will have some merch stuff up, so if you want to go check out designbyhumans.com/shop/roll4, you can get yourself a mug, a shirt, a tank top, whatever it is that you want, a little cozy sweater, and support us. We would appreciate that. And of course, we want to thank our sponsor today, which is Roll20. Thank you, Roll20, for supporting us and helping us roll dice virtually. If you're curious how we've been doing our dice rolling and all of that jazz, it is through Roll20. And of course, daylight savings is coming up. It's going to be weird for the next 2 weeks. The show will be an hour later for people whose clocks changed this week. So US and Canada, I think, is affected by this. So we went an hour later. And for instance, if you're in Pacific Standard Time, normally we start at 10 a.m. We'll start at 11 a.m. And if you're in the UK and other times, then you're fine. You start at the same time, 6 p.m. UK time. And of course, we would like to thank our supporter today, Finley Shards. Thank you, Finley Shards. We super duper appreciate it. Get some roll love in chat for Finley. And if you would like to become a supporter, you can head on over to our Patreon, where our after show will exist and where we will be adding some character sheets soon. And maybe a dollhouse. I feel like we should incorporate inspiration for your dollhouse. That'd be cool.
I just need a piece of merch of Mintala sitting inside of a dollhouse just for saying like living large above it.
Yes, we can make it if people want. Let us know.
Perfect.
And of course, if you are legend here or above, you'll be able to play in a privately GM'd game by our lovely game master. I think he's on the side actually. And we'll see if that will affect our game or not. We'll have lots of other rewards. We always have a ton over there, so check them out. And of course, if you would like to support us in other places, you can subscribe to us right here live on Twitch. We don't have to be live for you to subscribe, but it's nice whenever you can come watch us live. You get access to the VODs and emotes that are super duper fun. I was spamming the lore one because we got a lot of lore today. And of course, you can check out our YouTube and become a YouTube member, and that will also give you access to some of our emotes as well. And if you're a YouTube member, Twitch subscriber, or Patreon supporter, you get access to our private Discord where we talk about lots of things. And I'm sure there's going to be dice roll stuff in there and all the goodies, which I'm curious to see what happens. And of course, we understand that not everyone can support us monetarily. So there's lots of ways to just support us freely. Take care of you and yours first. You can watch us live here on Twitch, make clips, which I saw a lot of clips being made, so thank you so much. Bentham's going to have a lot of choices, and maybe I can do some montages. It'll be fun. And then you can also watch us over on YouTube, subscribe, like, comment over there, and follow us on Twitter and Facebook, and like, share, retweet, and comment. All those places, it helps the algorithms go where and find us, and hopefully people come and check out our lovely show, Veiltorn. And with that, I'm going to let all these wonderful people say where you can find them at, because not only are they amazing here at their role-playing or GMing, they also do a lot of great other things on the internet that you should go check out. So we are going to start the other way this time. We're going to start with our game master, the one, the only, Kai Bear. Where can people find you at when you're not trying to chain us and then steal parts of Chuck's car to heal yourself?
Well, on that very specific circumstance, you can find me at all the big T's of social media, Twitch, TikTok, and Twitter. All at Kyber VO on Twitter, Kyber TV on TikTok, all that fun stuff. Thank you so much.
All right. And next up, we've got Azuka, played by Drac. Where can people find you at when you are not dealing with demons?
Devils, actually.
Oh, devils. Sorry, dealing with devils.
Devils would be very angry if you called them demons. And now that you've done that, I think I'm gonna have a Zuka called the devil.
Yeah, let's do that. Demon
fire. It's gonna be all the kindling. It'll be beautiful.
I'm Drag. You can find me on Twitter at Draconics. That's DRAKONIQUES. I'm in a bunch of different streams on Tuesdays on Table Story at 4 p.m. Eastern. I'm in a campaign called Kingmakers, which is a homebrew setting, very weird. Fantasy characters walk through a tavern door and end up in modern day New York. Trying to navigate that. I wasn't able to play last week, so my GM played for me and crit failed. So I think my arm is broken or something. I think that's what I'm going to be coming back to. So that's going to be cool. On Thursdays, I'm here. Hi. What else? On Sunday, the 26th of March, we're going to be premiering over on Q Times in a campaign called The Cases of Costa Vega. And it is a mystery adventure where me and my friend Caitlin play detectives. Or we play people who want to be detectives and get in trouble in the process. If you like,
so
stuff
you're
like
not very good detectives, is what you're saying.
Yeah, we're good. We're good at solving cases. We're bad at being detectives. If you like shows like Psych or Monk or Castle, is heavily inspired.
I
by
love
those.
them. They're so good.
We're actually going to be having a watch along of Psych on this Sunday, in a Q Times Discord to get everyone hyped up, because that's the huge inspiration we are putting from. So check that out. But yeah, that's me. That's everything I'm doing.
Jack's just like, hold on, I got like 10 more things to add to the list.
And
He's
next
awesome.
Friday, I will be.
And of course, next we've got Mintala Landlas. Landlas? I don't know if I'm saying it right. Where can people find you, played by Bentham Plays, where can people find you at when you're not spitting fire, literally? Because, you know, you do the air, fire.
I spit rocks mainly.
Wow,
It's,
yeah, rocks.
I'm trying to rock theme all of my magic as much as possible. But yeah, but you can find me in my own places. You can also soonish kind of find me doing TTRPG stuff elsewhere. It's now been announced, but very quietly. So I'm still not gonna say what it is yet, but some people now know that it's happening.
Well, you announce it, but quietly, just like really quietly.
Couple more weeks of suspense, you know.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm gonna be doing TTRPGs elsewhere soon. And then also I do let's playing sometimes, and hopefully there's gonna be some streams soon. I'm hoping to stream some multiplayer playtop on Sunday, and then Barotrauma 1.0 comes out on Monday, so we're gonna try and do that. It might end up being Tuesday, I don't know, because also I'm gonna be dog sitting next week, which does mean that if I do stream, there will be doggo cam. I'm making the arrangements for that to be a thing, because you guys, it's the one chance. So that's me, and you can find me on places called Mangle Pork for stupid reasons, and one day it's going to change. I've got a plan in mind for a name to change it to, and actually have unified branding one day. We'll see if it happens.
He's got a plan.
What will the name
All
be?
part of the
Everyone
plan.
guess.
I can't tell anybody because then they'll
Then
steal
they'll take it.
So
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah, of course, of
I'm
course.
just going to roll it out all at once one day when no
Is
one's
it gonna be-
expecting it.
Bent ham.
That's already what he is.
Yeah, that's why I'm Mangle Pork.
Yeah, mangled pork and Ben
Oh
Ham.
my god, I just got that.
now he's his next name.
Oh my god.
His
Oh,
next name
That's the entire purpose of that name.
I love that.
is Curved Pig.
There you go.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we have alternate ones, Twisted Bacon.
I like twisted bacon more.
Toasted
That's
bacon's
good.
a good one.
Yeah.
Yep. This whole thing. That's
And
me.
last but not least, we have Chuck, played by Apocalyptic 12. Where can people find you at when you are not disguising yourself in hats?
I'm busy wearing other hats over, specifically on my podcast, which just had a massive announcement yesterday, with regards to video exclusivity on Spotify coming soon. We don't have video yet because Mark's busy making a movie.
Congratulations.
Yeah, so massive deal with Spotify. Finally can talk about it. It's been months in the works, so super exciting. But that podcast is called Go My Favorite Sports Team. You can follow me on social media to find out all of the news and all of the things going on in that front as Apocalypto_12, which honestly, I'm thinking about rebranding to just being my name because most people just know me as Tyler Scheid. But you can search via that as well, except for on Twitch because Twitch refuses to let you have different names like everyone else does. So, you know, it is what it is.
They changed it. You can roll talk.
Changed it. There's no way they changed it. I checked like yesterday.
Well talk.
Anyway,
Secrets. All right. And I'm
After show.
Margaret Crone. You can find me at Margaret Crone in all of the places. I do lots of things on the internet. There's been lots of shows and more shows that will be coming. So stay tuned for all of those goodies. And of course, I make games and video games for a living. I am currently working on a project called Ashes of Creation, which you can find at Ashes of Creation in all the places. And I will be at PAX East from the 21st through the 26th. So if you are going to be there and you see me, come say hi. I will be cosplaying on one day. And then the others I will look more business professional because I have businessy stuff to do. But we hope to see you and we hope you have fun. And with that, we are going to wrap up today's episode of Valtorn and we will see you next week. And hopefully you'll like our after show. Doodles.
Bye-bye.